This is Mike. How can I help you?
Hey, Mike, listen, I went to the Getty over there in Camden, and they put diesel in my BMW 5 Series. It doesn't run on diesel. My car is fucked up right now. Can you guys do anything about this guy? First of all, he shouldn't be working at that gas station anymore. And second of all, now what am I going to do with this car? It's ruined. Can you help me? Go ahead, please.
Sir, this is Amazon support. Do you need...
Exactly. These cars don't run on diesel, though. These cars shouldn't have diesel in there. That guy in the turban, he didn't care what he was doing. I thought he would look friendly. It was Camden. It wasn't the greatest neighborhood, but I said, let me go in here. I'm running out of gas. He put diesel in my car. I should never have diesel in this car. Go ahead, please.
All right, so give me a moment. Let me see. And can you tell me the location of the gas station?
It was like 33, I think it was West Boulevard, actually. It's in Camden, New Jersey. I don't know the guy's name. Maybe Raj. Maybe his name tag said Raj or something like that. I don't know. It doesn't matter anymore. My car's ruined. I'm on the side of the road here. I got diesel in my tank. Diesel. I knew something was wrong. I knew it. He said, don't worry, my friend. Everything will be okay. But he gave me diesel. You ever have diesel? You can't put diesel in not even in a rickshaw. Like, diesel just does not work. It's only good for, like, the big trucks, not the little cars like mine. Go ahead, please.
Okay, give me a moment. Let me see. Let me see. What can I do?
Thank you. Thank you. Whatever you need to do there. I need that guy to be stopped so no one else gets their cars messed up, and also I need some kind of compensation for my car because this car cost me $40,000. You can't make that in an hour. Maybe if you're a scammer and you work at a call center, you can make $40,000 like that. I don't know, but I can't make that money in 1 hour. No way. It took me 5 years to save up to buy this car, and now there's diesel in it. And not only do I want to get reimbursed for my car, I want the reimbursement of the diesel that I had to pay for because I should not have paid for it. Diesel does not go in these cars. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm getting heated. Go ahead, please. Sir? Pussy.
Thank you for calling Amazon. This is Mike. How can I help you?
Hey, Mike, listen, I'm a lawyer, right? I'm a lawyer, and I work for the Dayton, Ohio Chamber of Commerce. We really would appreciate if you take Dayton, Ohio out of your script because a lot of people aren't coming here anymore. They're not doing tourism. They're not moving here. Property values are way down. People are talking about all of the criminals come from Dayton, Ohio, and we've traced it back to the Amazon in the call centers in India. Is there any way just to change the script to not be Dayton? Like, pick a different city. Go ahead, please. What are you thinking? Sir, it's early in the day. Do not let the goat get your tongue this early in the day. Getty.
This is Mike. How can I help you?
Hey, Mike, listen, I went to the Getty over there in Camden, and they put diesel in my BMW 5 Series. It doesn't run on diesel. My car is fucked up right now. Can you guys do anything about this guy? First of all, he shouldn't be working at that gas station anymore. And second of all, now what am I going to do with this car? It's ruined. Can you help me? Go ahead, please.
Sir, this is Amazon support. Do you need...
Exactly. These cars don't run on diesel, though. These cars shouldn't have diesel in there. That guy in the turban, he didn't care what he was doing.
Hello. Okay, we're on now. Sorry, y'all. Hey, y'all. I think it's working now. I see the little lines moving. So we were just having an extremely interesting conversation. I said hey to Kat. I said hey to Ishmael. I think I said hey to everybody else in chat, but if I missed anybody, sorry.
I don't understand.
And good morning, Take again. Sorry, y'all. I told you last week I'm still learning and I messed something up somehow, but I think we're here, right?
I've been here. I've been talking. I've been nonstop. Did you have problems? Nobody heard us? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I don't think anyone heard our extremely interesting conversation we were just having earlier. So,
oh my God.
What we were saying was, Take has an announcement. Go ahead, Take.
I'm pregnant.
Yeah, with CJ's baby, right?
No, you know.
He now has a Twitter, but I'm sure you haven't done anything with it yet, right? But you are on Twitter now, correct?
Yeah, and I don't know how much I'll go on there. I think I just created something to take a glass of water medium, maybe it says, but it was kind of weird because those names were already taken, and then it was take a glass 1, take a glass 2, and it just kept going on and on. But the whole reason for that was just because I wanted to check out Ishmael's Twitter, because I don't really know about Twitter. Once in a while, somebody says, did you see this post? It has your name in it, or this person said this about that person, and I usually don't know. Like I know things like 10 days later that somebody posted something on Twitter. But thank you so much, Ishmael, for that post. And hopefully, if anything comes of it, Fungi gets a lot more subs.
Yeah.
But I don't usually do social media, is what I was saying. Like Instagram, I did Facebook back in the day when it was cool, and you get on, and then I'm friends with my whole goddamn high school that none of them really like me anyway.
I doubt that. Hey, Zebulon Zebulon says your baby is theirs, so I might have to have a word with them later about that one.
Well, you guys can fight it out.
Good morning, Harley Quinn.
What up, Harley? I'm not gonna go there, but that's why Pecan Head and me get along. but I just learned my lesson where I can't say stuff like that. But I do appreciate that. But yeah, we'll talk offline about how you can help me.
Yeah. I was just gonna say, Zinni asked who's on today, and Dan Glee Balls will be joining us shortly.
Oh my God, we have 1,000 questions to ask this young man. I cannot wait. And he's from across the pond as well, so he can maybe shed some light on the, metric system versus imperial system and all this nonsense that I'm trying to learn. I'm still gonna try to fight and get us all on the same system, but we'll see what happens.
Oh, and good morning. Also, sorry, I meant to say this, but then good morning, Dan. There's Dan. He's in the house. I also want to say hey to Face Down Tragedy. And there they are. Good morning, Face Down Tragedy. I was just about to say hey to you. I am going to be on their stream on this Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern to talk about scambaiting. So y'all try to come by. Let me post their link. Please go over and sub to them. That way, when they go live on Sunday, you'll be able to see it and come over and give us a listen. We're going to talk about some interesting stuff, so it should be good.
And I just subbed to them a second ago, right before we started. I was on Face Down's channel, and I was like looking through some of the videos. I couldn't click on anything yet, but I can't wait to see the Skid Row ones that are in the title. And I know you'll be on there. I think you guys are doing live streaming, you said, on Sunday.
Yeah, I'm going to be on, talking about scambaiting. So y'all, please come over. Please go sub to their channel and make sure you turn on the notifications. Check out some of their other videos later. Yeah. And then, sorry, go ahead.
No, that's okay. I think they were at 83 subs, and I think I was the 84th. Let's see if we can get them to 100 by the end of the morning, I hope. And you'll be on the show, which is big news, but he also has some videos that are titled Skid Row solos and things like that. So if you're like an ex-metalhead like myself and you worship people like Skid Row and Sebastian Bach and that whole early 90s era, then please sub. And sub anyway. But maybe there's a few people that want to see the acoustic guitar solos or whatever I saw.
Good morning, Betty, and good morning, Animals Matter. Love y'all. Thanks for being here today.
What up, Betty?
And then Saturday, so make sure you also have your notifications on for me and Take, because on Saturday we might go live. I have a picture of Take that I'm going to share, and I'll share one of me just to be fair. But we don't know what time we're going to do this yet, so just make sure you have your notifications. I don't know how those
pictures get out that make it down to where you are, but yeah, there's some pictures floating around the Capital District of New York where I may or may not have thrown up at a strip club, and been banned. I don't know where you get those things, but I'll never be mayor, put it that way.
Well, I'm trying to get your mother's phone number. I would like to have a chat with her, but somebody won't give it to me. Mama Take, if you're listening, please can we chat? I would love to chat with you and get to know you better, so please call me, Mama Take.
Yeah, she's I think she's in Colombia, probably Cartagena right now. So I don't think you're going to be getting a call from her. I think she's enjoying the beaches and the nice cheap rent and how wonderful that place is. But maybe in 6 months, after you've blocked me and there's a restraining order, then you can call her.
You never know. She could be listening. You don't know. I told my mom if she was listening, don't say nothing, because I think she has her real name as her. So she could be listening and not saying nothing. We have 24 people in chat. Hey, Mama Take, love you.
Yeah, what up, Tony? And hey, animals. I think I don't know if I said that. I was trying to type, but then we started talking
Tony.
about.
Tony's another
CJ
one we
always
need
does
to have.
This to me.
Tony's another one we need to have on the show. Tony, we'd love to have you on the show. So I'll get with you sometime, see if I can talk you into that one.
Chester, I'm trying to get that guy, but I don't know where he is now. There's others around, and eventually I'll just when we get more organized, we'll have a segment where we can maybe interview people on the street. Some of these people are just so entertaining, and they might have made a wrong decision in life, or maybe they made no decisions and they deserve to be doing what they all have a story. So I would love to start interviewing the street people in my neighborhood, but I'm afraid of the sound to move off the couch, and I'm snuggled up with the cat. It's a catastrophe here, but
Yeah.
I'm looking for that guy. Plus, I lent him like, I don't know, $1 a while back. I shouldn't say lended him. I mean, I gave him $1, and then the other day I was like $1 short at the store, and I'm like, where the hell's that guy? I want my money back. But what up, Brian?
Yeah,
Um,
and I pretty much like told him if he moved, I would kill him later because I don't want to be alone on the stream. So, good morning, Brian. Thanks for being here. So he
Eventually, I
also
will
has that
move.
threat over his head.
My dream forever is to live in South America. I mean, if you ever need a place to escape to, and you want to like live forever on your savings, even if you don't have a lot, I recommend looking into it. It seems like it's amazing. Places like Cartagena or Salinas Beach in Ecuador. I mean, you get a beautiful place on the beach for $400 a month. So eventually I'll get there, and then I don't know how we'll stream, but hopefully it'll be no problem.
That'll be no problem. We'll work it out. You might have to
I'm
take.
sure it'll be.
You might have to take me with you so I can snorkel.
Oh, that's right. CJ loves snorkeling.
I do love
Um,
snorkeling. Snorkeling is awesome.
I don't know. The more I hear about Australia, Harley, I mean, I was only kidding about the kangaroo problem. I thought they were like a peaceful, friendly type of animal, but I mean, they're wrecking people's motorcycles. I hear, and um, it's just, I mean, they hit you and they attack dogs. I mean, it's a real problem down there.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. Um, but we can talk about that. But Ozzy, wasn't it your birthday on December 8th? I get so confused down
Oh,
there. Like you're a day
happy
ahead,
belated
day before.
birthday, Ozzy.
Well,
It's
we wished
been
him a
over a
happy
week
birthday,
now.
but I was just reading that December 8th was National Brownie Day. And I don't know what day we streamed where we showed the big picture of that 850-pound pop brownie that's like 3 feet high and a meter. I don't know, or three
Yes, I
feet
can
long
load
and a
that.
meter
Let me
long.
see.
I don't know how the metric system works. What up, DJ Craze? But it was National Brownie Day as well as Ozzy's birthday, I'm pretty sure. So everybody
Oh,
have a
really?
brownie and wish that man happy birthday.
That's awesome. Let me see if I can pull it
December
back up.
7th. But your December
December
7th is
7th.
our December, oh, they're a day ahead. So it would be December 6th here. I think that's how it works. So you can have two birthdays, I guess, if you were in transit. If they made one airline just for smokers and you were to come here, um,
Yeah,
you can
there
be
you
like
go.
overseas having two birthdays, I guess. I don't know how that works.
Okay,
But
there's the
yeah, I
pop
was just
brownie. It
reading that.
looks kind of crooked, but I'm scared to mess with it too much. Like, I'm going
I don't
to
see it.
mess up our audio. Hold on, it's coming. Wait, let me try to adjust it. Okay, I think I got it.
Thanks, Ishmael.
Thank you, Ishmael.
I mean,
Okay, you should be able to see it. I adjusted it. And hopefully everyone can still hear us. It'll be like looking bad. It'll fix itself in just a second. Hold on.
I mean, I don't know if that picture does justice of how big this thing is. I mean, oh, that's the picture I like. That has 20,000 milligrams of THC in it. I don't know how many people here are into edibles, but 20,000 milligrams, I mean, that's a lot. And there's been studies that show it's hard to measure because chocolate has things in there and it messes it all up. So even when I used to live in Massachusetts, near the dispensary, I used to buy these chocolate cheesecake bars, and you're not supposed to eat the whole bar. That would mess me up for like a week if I eat the whole thing. But I mean,
yeah.
that's a brownie that you're not going to eat in one day, no matter how much you like brownies.
But John made a good point
Yes,
the other
Zeb,
day
all
about.
weed.
Yep. John made a really good point the other day. It's like if you eat those don't you get the munchies when you like eat or smoke pot, or is that just a theory?
Oh no, you get hungry.
So
Back
then,
in
wouldn't
my
you eat
days
more
of
pot brownie and more pot brownie until you die? Because you would just get hungry, and then you would eat more of the pot brownie, and then you'd get hungry again and eat more until you just had died from an overdose.
right, you're eating what's going to make you hungrier, but you can't. I mean, it's ridiculous. But this is from Norwood, Massachusetts, from a company named, I think, Mari Med. And they have like a line of edibles that are going into the dispensaries. In Massachusetts, we had Northampton and Great Barrington, and the people that live in New York know those places well because they're kind of across the border. But they are going to start distributing their product to Maryland, Delaware, other places that have dispensaries. Um, so look out for their edibles. I mean, most of their edibles are not in the Guinness Book of World Records, and they're to help people that like that feeling. I mean, let's face it, everybody's kind of coming around now to the positives that THC has to offer.
Zebulon
So I think
says
it's
they're working on this paradox at MIT. Let's not cure cancer or any diseases. Let's work on the pot paradox.
exactly. I mean, there's it's very important. It's one of the most important things in the world right now is how to fix the pot brownie situation. So, um,
that and
what
the
up,
banging.
Donnie?
Hey, Donnie. That and that banging in the MRI machine. Can't they we go to the moon, to Mars, all that, and we can't fix that banging noise that happens when you're getting an MRI. I really hate that too.
I zone out, and actually, is today? Yeah, tomorrow I have an hour and a half of my yearly MRIs. So I'm surprised this place lets me back. I mean, the first time we looked at this big spaceship type tube, and it's like a scary thing for a lot of people, and the girl's like, "Are you scared?" And I'm like, "Absolutely not. Have you ever spent a day in county jail? That makes you guys look like it's a walk in the park." And then I asked her for an ashtray when I was in there for an hour and a half. I asked if there were cameras because who knows what I'm going to do if I'm by myself for an hour and a half with nothing to do. You never know. But they're welcoming me back. I mean, of course, because it's all about money and insurance. Yeah, I
Of
know, mate.
course.
I mean, I didn't. I'll joke about it, but it's not really fun to sit there and you lay in a tube for an hour. I mean, I have like an hour and a half. I don't know. Maybe they'll give me a break to smoke a cigarette.
I doubt it. I think if they stop, they have to start over from the beginning.
Well, it's not one big MRI. It's not like they would. I get the brain, the cervical, spine, whatever it's
Oh,
called. So
oh,
it's
I
like
see.
2 or 3 in one day. So that's why I'm thinking I might have a break in between, like a 30-minute one. But anyway, I don't want to bore people
Yeah.
with my health issues. What up, West?
Yep,
Hopefully,
West in the
West
house.
Haven will call in next week or the week after. I'm not sure what we're
Yeah.
doing because of the holiday or your job that you work twice a year, which I'm still trying to figure out what the hell what kind of job is that? I mean, who makes that kind of money and only has to work twice a year?
Believe me, the money is not super good. That's part of the reason why we might stream on Saturday is we're going to sit down tomorrow, kind of figure out our schedule for the next few weeks, and then we'll let y'all know on Saturday what we're doing because, to be honest, we haven't had time to discuss it. So we'll discuss that in the next day and a half. Then Saturday we can tell everyone what our plan is.
Yeah, we should just stream all day long, maybe 12-hour epic
Oh my
stream, just
god.
like going and going and going and get everyone mad at us.
I'm sure that would
Um,
be super boring. We're barely
well, we
lucky
have a
they
lot of
stay with
friends
us
that can
this
call in.
long.
I mean, I still want to talk with Betty. I still want to talk with Donnie, with Ozzy, with Maid. I mean, and some people aren't comfortable talking. That's fine. I just like to know people. So I'm hoping
Yeah,
that in the near future, we'll have West Haven on and also Ishmael on if
yeah,
people are comfortable. I'm sure they are
absolutely.
because they stream every day. West and Ishmael do. But then some of the friends that that we made, Pecan Head. I mean, everybody's got a cool story, and it seems like we get along cool. Like if I met him in a bar, we'd be sitting there chilling. So I'd
Yeah.
like people to come on the show.
Bye, Thrill. We'll see you later. Thanks for coming by. Um, yeah, and
Later, Thrills.
per request of Betty too, we'll share some of your nudes. Take.
My nudes or Betty's nudes?
No, Betty wants your nudes.
No, I don't think you do. I mean, I don't think we would be friends any longer. I would be a little nervous. Yeah, but I'm flattered. I mean, somebody like Betty's requesting my nudes. Come on.
No, I am going to share a picture of Take, and then to be fair, I'm going to share a picture of me. So that's the only thing I can really entice you with, because I don't think anyone's seen you, right, but me.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always nervous because I will go to India one day, and I want to be able to walk around the streets of Calcutta and have them not say, "Oh, that's the guy that calls me, waste all my time, and calls me a effing loser." So I am a little paranoid because out of all the scambaiters out there, I mean, they do show their faces and things like that, but they don't really go there.
Right.
I mean, maybe one or two of them really do when they make a good video. I mean, I know there's obviously Cal Rock. Did I say Cal Rock? That was like an apartment complex in New York.
You sounded southern. Like maybe I'm rubbing off on you. You're like, hey y'all, Cal Rock's in the house.
Right, who does amazing things to show the positive avenues of India. But I'll go there and I'll confront these idiots face to face. I'll find out exactly where they are, and I'll get a hotel and I'll chill in India for 3 weeks, and I'll talk to them face to face. I don't care. So that's why I'm just right now, like, I don't want to be ambushed. So I'm kind of picky about it.
I understand. And also Chester asked about Stephanie. We are definitely having Stephanie on next week. We will be playing her interview for sure. That'll be priority 1, right? Because it was really awesome talking to her, so we want to make sure everyone hears that.
Yeah, I mean, it's long. That's why I don't love recording things. I like to do things live because we can kind of see how things go. But she's so interesting and she has such good things to say. I mean, it might be like a 40-minute conversation just to play out, just so people can hear it, and then we can chat, like, in the chat. Yeah. What up, John M?
Good morning, John. Good morning. I've already talked about you today, so I'm glad you came.
Yeah, Ozzy, exactly. In his shark suit walking through Delhi. I don't know if I can fit into my shark suit anymore. And I do have a Motley Crue shirt on right now, Christine.
I'm gonna be a little flustered because I'm gonna be on the phone with the 2 best looking scambaiters there are. I don't know if I'll be able to talk when you and Dan are here.
Well, we'll ask him if he still looks like that. I don't think I still look like the same picture that you know me. The war on scambaiters can put a man through many changes. So I think I've gained the scambaiter 25, as they would say. I mean, I really have not left the bench in 5 months. I used to walk 10,000 steps a day, and I was very concerned with ending up in a wheelchair because of the disease I was blessed with. So I was trying to walk and get healthy, but then once I started calling scambaiters, it was like game on. I would just sit on that bench all day long and just call those criminals one after another. And then when I was part of the flood, I was like, wait a minute, they can't block me, so I can just rage, and if they hang up on me, I can call them right back and get 50 calls into these idiots a day. So I definitely need to lose some weight.
No.
What up, Craig?
For you ladies that are wondering, Take is quite the looker. So just saying.
No, that's nice of you to say, but I've been told more than 20 times in a week. I have the face for radio.
No, I think you mean voice, not face.
No, and if you listen to some of those calls that will come out with the Vitality ladies just dissing me, and then Emma and the whole saga from Canadian Pharmacy. I mean, I'm not well liked by the female species.
If
What's
y'all
up,
hear,
Raz?
Yep, good morning, Raz. If y'all hear paper wrestling.
Later, Julie.
Bye, Julie. Thanks for stopping by. And thanks for stopping by, Craig. If you hear
I would, Christine, but I don't trust these cats. They'll scratch me down there. Oh, sorry,
Let me take
CJ.
the pot brownie off of the screen. I just realized. if you hear people wrestling, so last night I went to church. On my way home from church, I got a Crunchwrap Supreme, which is like one of my favorite drive-through foods. And then last night I was sick. I vomited in the middle of the night. Woke up in a real bad mood. Like as soon as I woke up this morning, I just felt like pissed off at the world. So I keep eating mints to try to help my stomach. I just feel a little nauseous. I don't know if it was the Crunchwrap Supreme or that was just
I mean,
coincidence.
I feel bad for you. I mean, I just don't know why you wake up pissed off because you threw up the night before.
I don't know either. I
It's like,
can't
who the hell are you
explain
mad at? I mean, you
it.
can be mad at yourself. I mean, is there like a vomit god? Like, you just wake up cursing that person because they made you throw up? Like,
I
I
mean,
mean,
the only good thing you have to admit is at least I'm admitting that I have absolutely no reason to be pissed off. I just feel pissed off. I guess because I didn't get enough sleep. So at least I'm not blaming anybody, right?
yeah, I mean, that's a good way to look at it.
Just being honest about how I feel today.
And it's funny, Pecan, because I know what he's referring to. I love that phone call that the Jerky Boys made. Um, he's trying to buy bird feed for his. He wants to feed his little swallops, he calls them, and he says they're wild birds. And the lady's like, "We have wild bird seed," and he's like, "Hello, I don't want the birds any crazier. You're telling me to give the birds wild bird seed." So the other day when I was making a call, there were about 50 million seagulls or pigeon. I don't know what they are. They're flying around New York, and it was very scary to me. Like they were flying around, and they always say animals know what's coming on before we do. And I thought something major was going to happen because I've never seen birds like that. So I had to be very careful to not say um, to the scammer, "They're wild birds, sir," because I'm so influenced by those guys. Yeah, I don't need to talk to you, jerky. So,
I
CJ, you
don't
got to catch
totally
up on
know
the
what you're
jerky boys.
talking about, but it sounds funny.
I mean, I sent you a couple of their phone calls, but whoever's, I mean, the more people that know about them now, the more they'll be like, "Oh, I know where you got that from." I try very hard to not use their material because I like to come up with my own, but I'm so influenced by their nonsense and how they would just drive people crazy. I mean, they're geniuses. And actually, they grew up not too far from where I lived in New York. Most of their phone calls took place in upstate New York, and they would call
Yeah.
this New York City, obviously, but you would hear them talk about Middletown, New York, and that's kind of like where I went to middle school for a year, but I never knew them. But I love those guys.
They definitely have a
Um,
thick New York accent.
yep.
A lot
Um,
thicker than yours, for sure. You
did
have
you?
kind
Yeah,
of an
because
upstate New York accent. They have like a
I
city.
wasn't born in the city. Exactly. I was born
Mhm,
upstate, near
mhm.
Woodstock. I know people know Woodstock, because that's usually what people know. Um, so was upstate, but my parents were from the city area, and then I had lived there for a while. Obviously, I've always liked New York City, but I am kind of further upstate now. Not way upstate, not like Canada. Um, but anyway,
So
um,
Woodstock is like the name of a town? I thought it was
yeah,
just a
there's the
concert.
Woodstock, New York is a town, and everybody goes there and they want to try to be all hippie-ish and they sell like marijuana and pipes and they wear tie-dyes, and that's fine. It's kind of a cool little town. But the actual concert that everybody knows, like where Jimi Hendrix played and all of
Mhm.
the great bands from the 60s, that happened in a place called Bethel, New York, which was like,
Mm.
I don't know how far away from Woodstock. It's just I don't know why they named that town Woodstock. Maybe somebody knows, but I mean, people get confused. It's not the same Woodstock that you know where the concert happened.
So they named good morning, Dr. Binary. Thank you for joining us. I'm not sure how you got recommended either, but wow, that's amazing. Anytime I
Who
hear that
who is it?
YouTube's actually recommending my video, you don't know how much that makes my day. So
Oh, what
thank
up,
you for
Doc?
stopping by and welcome.
Thanks so much for being here.
So did they name the town after the concert then, or was the town first?
I don't know the history. I don't know the
Oh.
history. I just knew that I grew up like, um, actually, 5 miles from where the actual concert happened, and I was born in like the early 70s. And my mom was, a flower child. Um, and I just remember there being a lot of leftover hippie types in that little town that I grew up in, Liberty, New York. And it was a great time in the 70s. I mean, gas prices were really bad. You had to wait in line and there was like maybe you could get gas on Wednesday, but not on Thursday. I loved it. I have great childhood memories of that time.
Good morning, Zachy. Usually, if you hear me randomly giggle, I'm usually laughing at something that John said. He said they named it Woodstock because they were lazy and stoned. Well, we know that's true.
Yeah, exactly. I thought it was off the Little Bird. I mean, yeah, they were probably some hippie guys just watching TV going, dude, it would be funny if we named a town after that little bird.
Yeah. Yeah.
But did you see the new Chester Drawers video?
No.
I don't know if you had time. He released it I don't know if he just released it now, but I don't know. I hate putting you on the spot to try to play something, but if not, no big deal. Everyone can watch it after, but it's just so clever. It's only like a minute and a half long, I guess.
You mean, wait, is it the same one we played the other day in the show?
No, he sent it in Discord and said he was going to release it right after the show, or during the show.
Shoot.
But it's all right. I mean,
I'm scared if I play it, then they won't go watch it for themselves, and then he won't get the credit for it.
Always talking about you, John. What up, Lisa?
Hey, Lisa, how are you? So let's put a link. Let me put a link to it in here so that people add it to your watch later and go watch it, because I want to make sure he gets the watch hours and the YouTube algorithm and all that stuff that comes with watching a video, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. He's up and coming, so watch hours are important. So, and it's like a minute and a half long, I think. It was just a nice thought, and it's nice to see WSCAM radio is just kind of, spreading its wings to different people. I think we have another DJ on there, DJ Brother Patrick. And myself, we both hit him with the DJ thing, and you're live on the radio, and then Chester George is reporting, and I know Mary and Raz are going to start, flying to India and actually being there and talk about the weather reports and the rickshaw traffic and the crimes. So the channel's growing. So yeah, DJ, I always get confused because there's so many DJs. There's DJ, Dizzy, DJ Salt Lick, DJ 1369, DJ Crazo. Always remember that name because I believe you get numbers for Cynthia, right? Like in the Cynthia stream, I think he thanked you for some numbers, and we talked about, because I lived in Wallingford, and I know Middlefield, Connecticut, and I know that whole thing that you're talking about. So I think me and you used to be neighbors, Meriden, Wallingford area. I'm sorry if I gave up your location. But
are we doing the best of 2021 scambaiting video? That sounds like that would be hard. How would we even decide on who has the best of 2021?
I mean, it's so hard to do things like that for myself. I mean, I wouldn't make it, obviously, but there are people that do like me, which I find because of comments, or like you. They just like somebody's style better than, a seasoned person who does longer baits, although you do that. But some of the big names out there that kind of can use voice changers and entertain and as well as reverse connections. There's so much out there. So who knows who likes who. But maybe we just have one day where we play everybody, so everybody gets to see a little bit of everyone.
I mean, that would be awesome if for Saturday we just played the best clip of everyone, but then I think we'd do nothing for the next 2 days but that. And unfortunately I can't. I have an assignment due tonight that I haven't started, so I'm going to have to work on that today.
Yeah, and I think Deo might actually do something like that. He's usually very professional, and he shows different scambaiters videos and things like that. I don't know. I'm sure everyone that's here has been in Deo's stream. If not, obviously the one person can subscribe and show him a little love. But
Yeah.
he does, he lets people his whole Saturday show is dedicated to people picking their favorite scambaiters. Normally
Yep.
they do pick the same ones, I noticed. So, I mean, you will see some big names, but you also get to see some newer names as well. Greg, I think, who's a big friend in our chats, he picked me to be shown on Deo, and that got me a lot of momentum in the early days. And I know you picked me too, and people have picked you, Sven. So it's just nice for newer scambaiters as well.
Yeah. Yes, John, we see you. He's put that twice now. We're purposely ignoring that one. But anyway, so
So
I saw something really interesting in the news. If anybody would like $20, I know where you can get it.
I mean, I could use $20.
So Kraft has run out of cream cheese, or they're very low on Philadelphia cream cheese, which is my favorite cream cheese, of course, because I have a pie that I always make and I always get the Philadelphia cream cheese. Well, because of the shortage, they're giving people $20 to make up for the shortage for people because they can't bake cheesecakes this year. So on December 17th and 18th, they will give the first 18,000 people to sign up for the campaign $20 because you don't have any cream cheese.
Now, do they give you? Is it like a coupon?
That's a good question. I don't know, because I don't know if I want
Yeah,
a
a lot of these
coupon.
companies say we'll give you money, and then it's always a coupon. Like I once complained to the Willy Wonka people because I went next door when I was selling furniture, and during the downtime you just eat, as you're waiting for your next up to come in, and I went next door to the convenience store and I bought a box of Runts. Those are those little
Yes.
fruit candies. And
I
I know you know what they are.
Yeah.
But I like the bananas only. And there were like 1,000 different fruits in there, limes and apples and lemons, and there was like one banana in the whole fucking box. I was pissed. So I said to the guys next to me, I said, I'm calling the Wonka place, because you can actually call them. It's an actual company. So I called Wonka, and I said, your ratio of bananas in your boxes of Runts, it's askew. I need bananas, goddamn you. So I thought that they would have mailed me like a lot of bananas, but what they did is they mailed me 30 coupons to buy more Runts. So it was like, but hey, I got free stuff. But
I
it
think
was
we
coupons.
should call them later and ask them what's up with the lack of banana Runts.
Anytime you want, they have gotten better though, because I've since seen that you can buy just the bananas, and they do have machines. So I mean, it might be a nice call. I will thank them for their listening to me back in 2008 or whenever I first called. But I think we got one problem solved. There's plenty of banana Runts now out there.
I don't know, because when I buy a thing of Runts, I like to have a banana in each bite. Like, I like to take one banana and then, like, basically I want one of each one in each bite. So, like, there has to be enough bananas per bite. And I don't think there's still enough for that. I did not see that Animals Matter, but we'll definitely post a link to Fun Guy, so check him out. It sounds like he's in the middle of a long bait, which that's super cool.
Yeah, he like that's where he started when he left the gift card thing for a little while. Those baits turned out to be like a serious thing, and he had like an ongoing thing. I think I've watched a lot of his, the series, so it's nice to know if he's continuing doing that. I'll check that out for sure.
Okay, so to clarify, it says that the people will be able to spend $20 on dessert and charge it to Kraft.
Oh, good. So I can buy a pop brownie.
Exactly, and charge it to Kraft.
Awesome. And then.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
I mean, what time is Mr. Balls going to stop by?
Yep, I was just about to say we're about to do that. And for those that are just joining us, please sub to Face Down Tragedy at the top. They have a show, I think it's called After the Shuffle. Yeah, After the Shuffle. It'll be on Sunday at 5 p.m. Eastern, and I will be on it. So please make sure you sub to them and put on the notification. Check out some of their other videos, and then Sunday, please come out and be there so that I know some of my friends are there. I don't know, Mr. Take may or may not be there, so I need some of my other friends there so that I don't get nervous.
I'll try my best.
Yeah, but I know you potentially have plans, so that's why I need the rest of y'all there, okay? So make sure you sub to them and put on the notifications. Watch out for Sunday. Okay, I know we saw Dan in the chat. Let me just message him right quick, see if he's ready to go. Hold on a second.
I was just reading the chat. DA, not a big cream cheese fan, huh?
Really?
Yep.
I love me some cream cheese. Hold on one second. Let me just...
And I was just scrolling. Yeah, DJ, it looked like you were a flipper. You were talking about buying something and then making a profit because you found something, right? I think we had that conversation because I used to buy stuff at the Goodwills all the time. If I needed money, I would just go into the Goodwill, find something, flip it on eBay, and make a profit.
Yeah, you still do that, right?
I don't get out too much. Once scambait started happening, or I guess you can call it what I do, scambaiting, or just making prank, goofy phone calls to criminals, I stopped kind of going out and worrying about money so much.
Oh, okay. But I thought you kind of enjoyed it because you're artsy and...
It's fun. I get a rush out of, buying something for $1 or $2 and making $30 on it. And, that's why I'm always trying to tell the scammers. Anybody, go get a cheap phone and just start listing stuff. You can always make money. You don't need to steal from people.
Yeah, it's very true.
No, I get it that there might not be Goodwills over there or things like that. But, you
Yeah,
can be smart.
They also have less laws
people.
over there. Remember those kids that had that lemonade stand and that got shut down because they didn't get a permit from the health department? Remember
I heard about that, and I didn't know if that was because it was a health thing or their lemonade just tasted like piss. And they can get in trouble for selling rotten lemonade. You can't do that to people. I don't care if you're kids or not. You can't be selling rotten lemonade.
No, I think their lemonade was good, but they didn't get a permit from the city to sell on the street, and they didn't get a permit from the health department to sell on the street, so that they shut the lemonade stand down. Well, I don't think in India they have to deal with all that. If you want to sell something on the side of the road, you just set up and start selling. So, that makes them have even less excuses,
Yeah, our government here will spend the time to bust little kids that are just trying to be entrepreneurs where they could be out. Like when I was a kid, I was a bad kid. I'd be breaking windows and playing ring and run. You ever play that where you just knock on somebody's door and then you run? That's fun. But those kids were being good kids. They were trying to make a little dollar. And this is what happens to them.
Shoot.
It's priorities.
We need Pecan Head to teach us some stuff. He made $15K in the last 10 days. Selling on
Doing
Amazon.
What?
Selling
really?
Hot Wheels on Amazon.
Hot Wheels, huh?
He needs to have a class with us. Teach us how to do it.
Yeah, you got to come on and talk about that stuff sometime. That's unless you don't want to give up your secrets, I get it.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't want to give up his secrets. I love Funko Pops, by the way. I have all of the ones from The Office, and I have a lot of them signed that I got personally signed. Good morning, the awesome one, because I've won many. I've won so many Office trivia contests, and they're usually hosted by people from the show. And then because I won, they've signed my Funko Pop.
And Harley's got a good way to make money too. Money's out there.
Okay, Ishmael, calm down. Dan's coming. All right, so we're gonna play Dan's clip, and while we're watching that, we will get him on the phone. You ready, Take?
What is he talking about?
Who?
Oh, Ishmael. I just
He
read
wants
that. 1
Dan. He
hour.
wants
Where is
Dan. He
Dan?
wants us to shut up, and he wants Dan.
Okay. Point
I don't
taken,
blame
Ishmael.
him.
Thank
Do you
you.
blame him?
Kind of, I do, but we'll talk later.
Yeah. Okay. Well, everyone, make sure you sub. Again, sub to Face Down Tragedy. I'll post the link later. I'm about to take it down there and put Dan's up, but please also go and sub to them. And here is a clip from Dan Glee Balls, and we'll be right back with him.
I appreciate what you've been doing. You are a genius.
So why don't you go and show it up your ass and go fuck yourself, you stupid son of a bitch.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to you all. My name is Dan, and I am a results-orientated scambaiter. So, a little bit about myself. In the past couple of weeks, I have taken a slight step back from scambaiting, but not for bad reasoning. I've started a new job, and my new hours are a lot different to before. I have also bought myself a Go XLR. I will be spending the next couple of weeks tweaking things and getting some more voices and some better clarity for these voices. Alongside that, I also had the real pleasure of meeting Mr. Toby Larone, aka Chester Draws. You will see his picture on screen for YouTube, and his link for his channel is just underneath. Please go and check him out. Tell him I say hey, that I sent you this way. He does amazing content. So, meeting Mr. Chester Draws in real life, we spent the day together, and he donated a PC to myself. For those of you that are not aware, I'm not very good with computers, but I am a quick learner. I have now done my first ever solo connection with some Amazon scammers. You'll be seeing this footage afterwards. At the particular time, I didn't realise, but I wasn't recording my own voice, so I've only got clips of their voice. But you will see that I use a program to obtain their location. They are in Lucknow, which is south of Uttar Pradesh, which is in northern India. As I say, this is my first solo connection using AnyDesk. I am learning to do more about connections, and ideally, if somebody could spend some time and teach me how to reverse a connection. I do get the premise of it, but I need more detail and to see it actually happening. If someone wouldn't mind spending the time with me to do that, I feel that this could really be a beneficial thing for all of us. Anyway, enjoy the random clip that it is. Please visit Mr. Chester Draws' channel and have an amazing day.
Alright, sir, now just be ready. Now you're getting the request on the screen to have a look, sir. You need to simply tap on that I trust this call. Tap on that I trust this call. Once you tap on I trust this call, now you have to check the box which says I'm aware of the risk. The risk is basically the Amazon security. You need to tap on that. You need to check the box which says I'm aware of the risk. Then hit on accept.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Now once you tap on accept, now what do you see on the screen? Now just wait for a while, sir, okay? Let me check, sir. Okay, now can you see the cursor is moving on the screen? Okay, perfectly fine. So now you are connected with the safe and secure server of the Amazon, okay? So now just be there with me, sir, okay? And first of all tell me, sir, like can you just simply log into your Amazon right now? On your mobile phone. Okay, so simply do one thing. Simply, in your mobile phone, go to the App Store, okay? First of all. So once you tap there, AnyDesk, you need to make a search, and you will get the option which says AnyDesk Remote Desktop. You need to tap on it, okay? You need to get it installed, sir, okay? Did you got it, sir?
I see you each and every day.
I didn't get you.
Take for one night, my friend. How much you take for one night? It's 3.5 lakh. That is such a low amount. You give your ass to the people just for 3.5 lakh. I cannot hear your voice properly.
Do you know where I am right now?
What? You have two balls.
Sorry?
What kind of balls? Thank you for calling Amazon customer support.
I cannot hear you. Can you repeat that? Oh.
I appreciate what you've been doing. You are a genius.
So why don't you go and show it up your ass and go fuck yourself, you stupid son of a bitch.
All right, we are back with Dan. Dan, that was awesome. Thank you so much for letting us share your video and for being here.
Thank you for having me. It's a genuine, real pleasure to meet you all.
Yeah, absolutely.
We know you're
We're
busy,
so
so this is a
excited.
big honor.
Cheers.
Yeah, absolutely. It is such an awesome honor. We're so excited that you're here.
And then, like, we were talking, and then we didn't want to talk too much because, I think people want to know you, and we didn't want to repeat things. And obviously, we don't have a green room. But what we didn't talk about is, like, if we ever say anything, well, I shouldn't say we. CJ is known to ask just very deep, perverted type of questions. If anything makes you feel uncomfortable, just say, hey, no comment, mate. Cheers. And then, we just want everyone to be comfortable here.
I just have two
disclaimer
questions. My two questions probably will be uncomfortable, but of course I want to know, is that your real picture?
No.
So, whose picture are you promoting like that? Because he's in a lot of your videos. Just some random GQ model?
Yeah, it was a very easy picture to find online.
Oh, okay. So, all right, well, I guess that just takes away my next question, which was going to be like, so when you're not modeling male clothing, how do you find time to scambait?
My next question was going to be, are you single? But
Amazing.
Good point, Zeb. He needs a safe word with us, with CJ. I keep saying us, but so you've been doing this, a very short time. Like, I think your channel said it was started in January of 2021, right?
Yeah. 24th of January was my first ever call.
Yeah, were you scambaiting before?
No, not at all. I've been a normal guy up until that point when I decided that. To give you a bit of backstory, I was on furlough in the UK for a long time. I was kind of losing my mind a bit, and I wanted to find something productive that I could do from the comfort of my own sofa. And that's where it originated from. Literally 24th of January was the first ever call.
Wow. Now, was it, and again, you can always say no comment or a safe word, but like, was it for health reasons, or was it mainly because of COVID, or what made you take a furlough?
For furlough, it was just the job that I was in. I was selling alcohol to restaurants and bars in the UK. And being that restaurants and bars were all closed, I had nobody to sell to. So I managed to be blessed and put onto the furlough scheme. But then after playing so much Xbox, you kind of get a bit bored of it. So I had to find a different sort of stimulant for that dopamine rush.
Yeah, I can imagine. I've never played Xbox, but I hear it's addictive.
Yeah, it soon gets boring, though, I promise you.
It's... The COVID pandemic, it's funny. It goes both ways. I think a lot more scam call centers popped up too, and as well as a lot more people like yourself or myself, CJ. We all just started rising during the pandemic and making phone calls.
Yeah.
So it kind of goes both ways. But the reason I like a lot of your videos and the few that I've seen recently, I can remember you explaining the virtual machine and telling people if you want to make phone calls or hook up, this is how you do it. It's like,
thank you.
another person that I used to admire. I just haven't seen in a while. I shouldn't say used to. I still do. Joseph Grinnell. He had once said in one of his comments to one of his videos where like if everybody would just call one time a day, it would add up to this much people fighting against this war, and they couldn't ever speak to a victim because there's just that many people that would be calling them, and that's why I thought it was great that you were kind of sharing the knowledge on how to safely scam bait.
Right.
Yeah, 100%. That was unfortunately the road that I didn't sort of take to begin with when I first started. I used my real phone to make a few calls, and then I got some calls back to me off my real number, and I used my real email address to start doing email scams. And then I kind of sat back. I was like, all right, this is getting a bit frustrating now. So I almost like created a brand new life, and hence the name Dan came in from that.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's the thing I like to emphasize too. Like, people really need to be safe, because once you start that train of scammer calls coming in, you're going to get all kinds. So we have to be careful. We don't recommend people to do this if they're going to fall for any of them. You know what I'm saying? Like, if a car warranty comes, they might fall for that. Like, it has to be someone that understands that what a scam call is and won't be vulnerable to any of them. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100% agreed.
So you've been getting a lot of attention lately because you've been doing something awesome. Tell everyone about all the bank accounts you've been getting lately.
Yeah,
Over 100.
So, yeah, I'm currently on 101 UK bank accounts, and I got
Nice.
my first US bank account a couple of days ago.
Wow, that's
Awesome.
awesome. And
Yeah, it's quite an achievement in such a short space of time. It started off being like
absolutely.
a bit of a hobby, and then I got quite addicted to it. And this is where I'm at. But yeah, 102 bank accounts now, and
Nice
I don't
job.
even know how many PayPal accounts and how many numbers I've closed down. I just don't count those anymore. But
You're sure that they're taking you seriously, right? Like they're closing some stuff down because it's
they
been tough
are.
for a lot of people, I hear.
Yeah, so we've I say we, it's myself, Tony Mosh, and Mr. Chester Draws. We work together religiously, and when we leave messages with the banks, we've grown a bit of a rapport, and we speak to certain banks regularly. So much so that we've actually got direct lines with a couple of well-hit banks. So we can just
Awesome.
report some details, send one email, and we know for a fact that instantly, as soon as that's seen, that bank account, no questions asked, will be switched off. And that's
Nice.
just
Okay.
through continuously
Wow, that's
calling and
awesome.
building that relationship. I'd always recommend, and Deo pointed this out in a previous video, is that when you speak to banks, and you'll see when I released the video of the US scam bank account on Sunday, I rang up Bank of America. The clear thing is that if you be straightforward, be honest about what you've done, and explain the process of how you've done it, they will take you more seriously. And also back it up with an email. That's the biggest piece of advice I can give as well. They might just be like, yeah, thanks for reporting that, see you later, hang up. But as soon as there's an email to back it up, that really does help. And also, if you mention a YouTube channel, that also gives extra credibility.
Oh, really?
Gotcha.
Okay. I almost wondered if the opposite would happen, like they would think I'm making something up for my channel. But I'm willing to do whatever works.
I've generally never thought of it that way. Maybe I'm going about this the whole wrong way.
No. It sounds like it's working for you. Because I was just thinking when you were talking, if I have not ever gotten a UK bank account. But if I do, I feel like my best course of action at this point would just be to reach out to you, and you can help me report
Yeah,
it.
give us a call. I'll just give the banks a call directly. It's the easiest way. Speak to the
Awesome.
banks. So we also report details to Action Fraud, which is like a government official fraud team. They are unfortunately useless at responding. We get the same generic email. So of all 101 bank accounts I've reported, I've had 101 responses saying the exact same email template on this occasion. We've not been able to do anything. So there's a bit of a tough thing, which is why I've decided to, I'd still send the emails, but calling the banks has now become a regular thing.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, I've reported several ones just by calling the banks myself.
Mm-hmm.
And it helps when I call ones that I actually have a bank account too. I don't know why, but they tend to listen to me more if I'm their customer. But that's awesome. I mean, we can't even imagine what kind of impact that has when you get those bank accounts shut down. They might be in the middle of scams that just totally fail because the bank account was shut down.
Yeah, so there was one point that I was speaking to one particular bank, and I think I got 4 accounts in one day coming from that particular company.
Wow.
And I sent one email, and then I sent another email, and I gave them a call just to confirm those two. And then I called them back about an hour later with another 2 accounts. And the woman on the other side of the phone, she was just like, "How did you get this? This has literally just been opened." Sort of explained the process, but that gave real insights, and also that gave a massive credibility
Nice.
that she's actually he's the real deal. He's not just ringing up with some information. He's actually obtaining these details. It was a real cool thing to see.
That's
So
awesome.
the reason I love your videos is because they're just so like I don't know how to explain it, but it's very I can understand it. I'm not like a tech savvy type of person. And when I watch your video, you have you're acting, you're playing the confused person or the legit potential victim, I should say. And then
Yeah.
all of a sudden, you're connecting to their computer and you're reversing it, and you do it in such a classy, quiet type of way that you don't even know what's happening. And then all of a sudden they hang up on you or you get disconnected, but you obviously call them back and that you already know exactly where they are. That always fascinates me when people do that. And you actually talk about, if you have a VM and you want to reverse their connection, this is kind of how you do it. I guess my question is, do you, like when you, with the bank accounts, do you ever call them back and mess with them and say, nah, 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 like you kind of do when you say, I know right where you are, how's the weather in Calcutta? Or do you just leave it alone at that point?
Yeah, there has been a couple of times where not directly called them back, but to sort of end the conversation. I remember one of my videos, I think it was Betty White gets 2 bank accounts. It's got like an iPhone screen as the thumbnail. At the end, I said to him, "I'll just quickly got one question. What's the weather like in Vadodara?" And you hear this like the guy sort of dropped something. It was like a penny dropped, and there was a silence, and then he just hung up. It was the most macabre moment ever. It was beautiful.
Yeah, that's
But
awesome.
I don't generally like to. I used to in the early stages. I used to reveal all the time, and then over time, people started to leave comments like, "Oh, don't reveal. See what you can do. String them out." And I also started to watch a lot of Kit Boga for sort of inspiration because I'd like to do more of the comedy element, but I don't think it's my sort of style. I've tried a few bits, but it's just not me. But one thing that Kit does that I really respect is he never reveals. Like he
Right.
never does, and
Never
that's
does.
always going to leave the scammer thinking, "Oh, what if that was a genuine person?" Or a month down the line, "Oh yeah, we've got that number. We'll give her a call back," or something like that. So it could always set
Yeah.
for something else. Yeah.
He did a lot when he first started. Like if you watch his real old ones, from 3 or 4 years ago, he revealed a lot. But I think over
Oh, I wasn't
time,
aware.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think over time he's just kind of stopped for those reasons. And those are good reasons. I need to remember that too. My problem is I hold it in for 3 or 4 hours and then I just am so mad that I end up like just going off on them. That's my problem that I need to work on. Because I just think like if they're doing this to me, they're doing this to other people, and it's just disgusting. I get angry, you know.
Yeah, 100%, 100% agreed.
So I need to work on that. So do you see any? Do most of the baits you have are they like I don't know? Is there any difference in the UK with the scams versus America?
The only difference has been location. So we get SSA scams. They are used as national crime agency scams. We also get the variant of HMRC. I forget what scams that is for you guys, where you've got outstanding taxes and you need to pay, or you get instantly taken to jail within the next couple of hours, sort of thing.
There's
It's
probably
like
like
a crossover.
IRS or
IRS scams. That's it.
yeah.
Thank you. Yeah, so we've got the same thing, but it's pretty much the exact same scripts, but just with the different country related items to it. But HMRC is where I really sort of grew my channel and grew my bank accounts. Obtained list is through HMRC. It's just the UK got hit really, really hard with HMRC. I think they have for a long time, and they were also very easy to get bank accounts from. This is where I first met Mr. Tony Mosh in Chester Drawers. Is through HMRC scams, and
well, at least that good came out of it. That's great.
Yeah, 100%. Well, there's a lot of work that goes on behind the scenes. Like Mr. Tony Mosh is like a number miner. He gets a lot of numbers for us. And,
well, yeah, I'd love to
yeah.
have him on the show. Hook us up with him.
Yeah, definitely. I think he'd really like to do it. The thing is like myself, Chester, and Tony Mosh, we're just normal guys. We just like everybody that's a scam baiter. Apart from those that do it full time and get paid for it full time, we are just normal people living the day to day, doing the job, clocking in, clocking out, going home, and doing this sort of scam baiting on the side. It's definitely more than a hobby now. I think it's more of an addiction.
Yeah,
exactly. It was very.
Take and I don't think of you as a normal guy. We think of you as a celebrity, don't we, Take?
Well, I mean, it's not every day you get a model to talk with you. You know,
yeah, that's true.
I'm secure enough, talk to a male model.
Very kind words, thank you.
There's several questions in chat I missed. One question.
Let me get one though.
Okay, go ahead.
Only because if we keep scrolling, I'll forget to ask it. And I think Fungi did mention a little bit of it, but for those of us that don't really have experience with virtual machines, it does sound like Ozzy Boy does have some experience with it. He says he got called out. Do you have any hints or suggestions on how to make your VM look normal? I think CJ can probably answer that as well. I know she does a lot with that, but making up a history or things like that.
Oh, so I've only had a PC and started connecting people for about 3 weeks. I actually met Chester Drawers in real life. He came to my location in the UK and we hung out, and he donated a PC to me. I got loads of stuff and got these pieces sorted, and he taught me how to do it. So in answer to masking the history, every time that I set up my virtual machine, I just clear the browsing history. And if there's a link that I get off scammer.info, I'll just put that in and put a YouTube video before, a random YouTube video, and then put that link in afterwards and clear the rest of the history. No one's commented so far on why I've got no history. I'm guessing my question is there something that you can tick to make sure it's always cleared, it's never saved?
Yeah, I think there's a setting that you can put that doesn't save your history. I just do as you. I delete my history every time. I also always delete whatever remote software they put on there, because I've had a few times where they've asked me why do you have AnyDesk on here? If I forgot to remove AnyDesk, and they have me download TeamViewer.
Yeah,
they'll
stuff
be
like that.
Why is AnyDesk on your computer?
Right.
But I also like to play the angle a lot. I like to always make them think that other scammers are out for my money. So I'm Amazon put that on there. But I also try to remove it and just have them re-download it so they can see that it was downloaded today as well too.
Amazing.
There's other people, Sven is actually the main person to ask. He knows. Because the ones that are very, very good, have a lot of computer knowledge, can go in all kinds of different stuff and see that it's a VM, that have more computer knowledge than me. Sven is the one that knows really how to hide it the best, because they can go in and they can see what type of computer you have, and they can figure out from this and that it's a VM. So other people know more than me. We probably should ask him sometime to help us make sure that it's really hidden.
Yeah, I'd love to learn that information as well. That would be awesome.
Another question they asked in chat was, how do you record? So I guess that means maybe prior to a laptop and now with the laptop, how do you record your calls?
Yeah, so previously I'm calling you off a MacBook Air right now. I used to do it in 2 different ways. I would use the inbuilt microphone for an Apple Mac and just record on on GarageBand. That's literally how I used to do it in probably the first 5 or 6 months of recording. And then I got my voice changer, and I uploaded a program called Audio Hijack, which for Apple is incredible to use. It's really, really simple. But now I'm using Streamlabs OBS on my PC.
Mm-hmm.
It's very easy. So I've just bought a Go XLR, and I've got that connected to my PC, and I'll just record through that. And I've got Skype for the UK or Text Now for the US, and I've just got it saved in as different files.
Amazing.
I feel like if you just did a video, if somebody did a video, I mean, it's a reoccurring question all the time to scambaiters that put out high quality videos like yourself. Like, how do you record? And I mean, you just told everybody, but I mean, a video, you probably get 1 million views. I mean, it's like everybody wants to know. I mean, it's just a common thing. I didn't realize how many people really have that question, but I think it gets asked every single day. How do you record your calls?
Nice.
Yeah, I also
hope
use
I help.
OBS, but I have no idea how to record on cell phones, which we've been trying to get better at. Because sometimes I'm out and about, someone will send me a number, I want to just call right quick, and I don't really have a good way to record it on my phone. So I need to work on that, you know?
No, that's no problem, DH. I mean, I'm the same way. I'd like to know too, because I do everything on the cell phone, and if like I'm blessed that I call into a flood with a guy who's very tech savvy and is so smart. So the quality is great. I can't really help you with the content. Either you like it or you hate it. But when I can get through 100 times and it's all good quality and it's on a cell phone, I mean, he's onto something. But on my own, I can't seem to find an app that I can record both sides of the conversation. So it seems like somebody like me needs to be on a computer, is what I'm hearing. Everybody says it's through their computer.
Yeah, I think it might be. I generally don't have any app at all for mobiles.
Mm-hmm.
No, nothing.
Yeah, it's tough.
So you've been reverse connecting more, right?
I've been attempting it, yeah. So I run a program in the background when I connect to they connect to my AnyDesk, and I can get their location from that. They're using proxies quite a lot, and also hiding their locations. So I'm never getting 100% guaranteed locations, but I have been starting to reverse things from a virtual machine. I've still yet to have a connection where I get into their computer. And just one thing about that, I know there's a little bit of controversy on what people should be doing when they connect to a scammer's computer. I'd just like to put in my 2 cents towards this.
Yeah,
I
sure.
feel that we could do more damage if we sit there, watch, download files, and not make them aware, and let them live their day to day, and always keep hidden, rather than just deleting all their files, maybe downloading a couple, and them getting kicked off and then getting reset in the computer. I feel that we could do a lot more by remaining in on a connection and go from there. But that's just my 2 cents on things.
I think that's a good point. You're looking like long term. Take a little bit. You're milking them.
Yeah, 100%. If they do different calls every day, and they do different call lists, and they say how much has been scammed from Doris from Bristol in the UK, or Benjamin from Newcastle in the UK, then you can just call those people and be like, right, that's a scam. Try and get the money reversed. And if you're doing that day to day, you're helping people every single day. Whereas if you delete all the files, you're just going to get kicked, and that's it. End of.
Right. It's kind of like that story of the 2 bulls that are staring down at the thousands of cows, and the baby bull says to the father bull, "Why don't we run down there and F one of those bulls?" And then the father looks at him and says, "Why don't we walk down and F them all?" So it's very similar to that kind of theory where,
That's a very interesting analogy, Take.
well, that's what we do here on WSCAM radio. But yeah, I think it's brilliant that you can lay back and not rage at them. A lot of people just don't have the patience, and I think it's your patience in your class, the way that you do things. It saves more than just one victim. It's like over time.
Yeah.
Like you're a man on a mission.
And
Thank you.
For those that might be new to this, not exactly understand what we're talking about, when we say reverse connect, we basically mean we get the scammer's AnyDesk number and we get them to connect, us connect to their AnyDesk, which technically is extremely easy and social engineering wise is difficult, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Don't you agree, Dan?
Yeah, 100%. I'm still yet to get a connection, but I've only been doing this for about 3 weeks. And of those 3 weeks, I'm working 50, 60 hours a week. So I don't get much time to do this.
Oh yeah, understandable. Well, it is. It's very. Anyone can learn how to do it. Good morning, New Moon. Thanks for joining us. From a technical standpoint, it's just the social engineering of it that's hard. Also, I totally agree with you, Dan. My problem with watching them long term is my PC constantly deletes. When we say rat, which ratting computers is technically illegal. So we are not telling anyone to do it. We're not teaching you. We're just letting you know what it is. To rat someone's computer, you need like a payload or like a program that you plant into their computer, which my computer not only constantly deletes, but it's constantly telling AT&T that I have it on my computer, and I'm constantly getting calls from AT&T, which is my internet service provider, that I have this thing on my computer. So like ratting people has been extremely hard for me because I can't keep the thing long enough to put it on anyone's computer. Again, for anyone that's listening, it's illegal and I don't do it. And I'm not teaching you how to do it. But if I did do it, it would be difficult for me to do because my computer just won't let me keep it on there long enough to do it.
Okay, I get you.
That's the basics of it, of what it is for anyone that's new. That's what people say when they say reverse connect, that's what they mean. And when they say rat, they're actually reverse connecting and then they're planting something in their computer. That's what the definition is. But anyway, so Dan, what's your favorite, what are your favorite scams to bait?
For me personally, HMRC, 100%. Just because I know the scripts inside and out. It was also my first ever bank account my first ever call was to HMRC scammers, and my first obtaining of a bank account was from HMRC scammers. It's generally, HMRC is the biggest thing for my channel in regards to my records. So I think the quickest time I've got a bank account is 9 minutes 32 seconds.
Wow,
that was
awesome.
from HMRC. The most accounts from one call center in a full day was 7 accounts. That was also HMRC.
Wow.
And one single call in a day, which was about 2.5 hours, was 4 bank accounts, also from HMRC. So generally, I really like that. But I have been mixing about with the SSA scammers as well, and they're a lot of fun. I just haven't had any opportunity to obtain more information from them yet.
Yeah.
And they're kind of they're still there, and I think in the last couple of days I've seen more of them actually. But I know for a while they kind of were taking a break a little bit. I mean, they're always there, but they weren't like thousands every day. It used to be you'd wake up and check the internet, and there would be today's scams, and there would be so many blocks of numbers. And I don't know if they're getting better at hiding them. I was called a lot yesterday, probably 7 different scammers called me, and 3 of them were the American Social Security Administration or taxes. So I guess that plays into you're back at work, right?
Yes, yeah.
And working that much, and then with the scarcity of some numbers, it's probably extra tough to try to do it all the time.
Yeah, I've definitely moved from doing 2 videos a week to 1 video a week. And it's, I kind of, when I'm at home, because of my shift plans, I sometimes am able to come home for about 6, 7 o'clock UK time. which will be about midday in US time. So that gives me the perfect opportunity to play at night time.
Are you still
it's not
selling
too bad.
alcohol?
Not anymore, no. I'm a general manager of a restaurant in the UK.
Gotcha.
Awesome.
So anytime you ever want to promote something that's not scambaited related, we have, I think the last time I checked, we had about 8 million listeners worldwide.
Yep.
And a lot of them are from the UK. Britney Spears, I've learned, does listen to our show. I don't know how much she frequents the UK, but you're always welcome to mention a restaurant, or maybe you're not allowed or you don't want to. That's fine too. But just know that you can always promote it.
Oh, okay. I appreciate that. I'm just going to politely decline that offer.
Yeah, no, that's fine. I get it.
Yeah, don't be surprised if you have 8 million subs by tomorrow just from being on our show today.
If that happens, it'd be amazing. But so for me, it's not a numbers game. My subscribers, I appreciate every person that's on there. It's not a numbers game. It's all about getting that message to somebody that's, may fall victim. If someone's grandma can watch this and learn something from it, or just maybe get a small giggle out of something, or just see what happens when they continue the call through one of the regular scam calls that they'll get, and that to me is the biggest reward. That's the only reason why I do it.
Right. Well, for that, and also for those that don't have channels, it's it's not really about numbers, of course, but yeah, we want all of our work to pay off, when that we want people to see what we're doing. We want awareness to spread, and the more subs we have, likes and comments, the more YouTube recommends our videos. So that's why people ask for, like, we ask you to please sub to Dan. If you're for some reason not sub to Take, please sub to him, because that's what's going to build awareness and have the fruit of all of our labor pay off in one sense. Of course, it pays off just by helping victims through time wasting and stuff, but it also helps, us, all of our work to pay off, to continue to spread that awareness.
And if you're ever looking for a way to be disowned by your family, then share my video. Sub to me, please.
Love it.
Dan, so your video, the fingering Jamal one.
Yeah.
So let's just talk about that one for 1 minute. So what I would like people to do is just to watch that video. I mean, I think it's your latest one, maybe, right? Or two back.
It is, it is, yes, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, you still kept it, I think, besides the content maybe of what you were saying, but for the most part, it's a PG safe video for people's grandmas to watch.
I'm not about swearing at people directly or calling someone a benchard or anything like that. It's
you don't need to be. For your content, and I think it works perfect. You're just a classy male model type of guy. So, and you have a passion for helping people too, which obviously shows in your videos. But what I think, it's just a very entertaining, straightforward video, very easy to watch. You will not get bored. And it has everything. It has comedy, it has reverse connection, it has location, it has messing with them after the fact, and it does have them swearing at you a little bit, which is always good to see that we got them riled up. So I would recommend everybody watch that whole video. I think it's like 16 minutes long, maybe. Watch it from first to start or end. Just
start to finish.
You'll love it. You'll love
it. I appreciate that. Thank you. I hope you guys like my new intro and outro as well.
That's the other thing.
I got a lot of comments saying that having swearing on my intros and outros was bad, and it could be perceived that that's me potentially swearing at the viewer. So after a long time of having it, I was like, right, it's about time to actually change it.
Oh my God, I never even thought of that. So I need to change my intro to swearing. I need your old intro. And then we can joke around, and people leave comments, and it's hard to please everybody, and there's a ton of people out there, but we're all spreading awareness. We're all messing with their time, is the way I look at it. But what I was going to say about your intros, it's just so well produced too. You would think that you were like a tech savvy person for years.
Thank you.
It's high quality stuff. So I would definitely encourage everyone to go look at it.
Thank you. If I can just recommend, I've got a video coming out on Sunday. I've not made it yet. It is still ongoing. This will be the US bank account that I obtained a couple of days ago. I did have a look yesterday at the amount of missed calls that I've got from this guy, and I'm currently on 67 missed calls within 2 days.
That sounds familiar, CJ, right?
Yeah.
So this guy really wants to give me some more bank accounts, but at the minute, that's where we're at. It's going to be a really good video, and yeah, we're talking about my pee being green and some guy getting drilled as well. So I'll just leave those cheeky comments in there for you guys.
Is that your 102nd? Was that the 102nd one you were talking about?
Yeah, 102nd bank account. Yes, yeah.
Awesome.
I do have a quick question for you guys, actually.
Yeah. Keep it clean.
Yeah. If you had the opportunity, would you do this full time? You know, to be paid for this.
I would do this morning show. Yeah, I would. Just because I actually love talking to scammers, which I know is really bizarre. I get really mad at them, but I also like talking to them. I like feeling like I'm making a difference, and I would definitely love to do this show that we're doing now every day, because I just have learned so much in 2 weeks from, doing it. So I would. How about you, Take?
I mean, that's what I was going to ask you too. But you beat me to it. So I do it full time. But I'm independently wealthy. I don't know if anyone knows. I mean, I have like $30 million. So no,
he's 100% joking, y'all.
No, I mean, I was fortunate enough where I did have a pretty good job. I worked my ass off for a bunch of years. Unfortunately, I was forced into early retirement at 48 years old because I do have MS. So I can't work really. So I can't really, I don't have a huge income. I do have like my long-term disability, which is a certain percentage of my salary, but it's nothing really. But I do it full time. Will it ever turn out to be, whether it be show or Patreons or memberships or any of that, I would probably give the money back to the MS Society anyway. I mean, obviously I would, use a little to pay my car payment or something like that.
That's really admirable. That's really admirable.
But yeah, I don't really. One thing MS taught me was I don't care about money anymore. Like I can be the richest person in the world making disability salary. I wasn't like that for the rest of my life before I was diagnosed. Put it that way. I was every morning I would wake up and I would write down $1 million and I would subtract down my life savings, how close I am to becoming that millionaire. Very obsessed with getting ahead financially. And then all of a sudden, one doctor's visit just kind of can change your whole life. So yeah, I don't worry about that stuff now. But I would like to keep continuing to do this 8-10 hours a day. What about you?
Yeah, what about you?
Yeah, if I had the opportunity, I'd love to do this. It's personally rewarding, and Mother loves what I do. She watches my videos whenever possible.
Hi, Mama Dan.
Yeah, just I'll pass on the message that you guys say hey. But no, it's generally really rewarding, and just knowing that you could be saving someone, not directly, and that's something I want to do, directly save somebody. I'm waiting for that time to finally roll in. But you're stopping their operation, people losing their life savings, and we've all heard the negative sides of people losing all their money where they decide to take a different way out from this planet. If we're potentially stopping people from doing that, then that's an amazing thing. It's really good. So, yeah, I'd love to do this full time because the money would be the money, but then the personal reward inside of things. And you get to know people across the other side of the world or whatever location you're in, then it's a good thing. Absolutely.
And
yeah,
we respect every scambaiter because they're making a difference regardless of if their content isn't our favorite or we're not friends with them. We respect them and encourage everyone to support every scambaiter because they are making a difference.
And I was kind of talking about this yesterday. I mean, scambaiting is definitely the forefront, which brings us all together. I mean, our morning show is not just about scambaiting, obviously, but we do like that, have that as the theme because that's where most of our friends are. But everyone's, of course, welcome here if they can put up with the nonsense that's not about scambaiting. It's not for everybody. But I mean, when I go to my flood that I do every day, and I've met great people, and I can't name everybody, but like Betty and Lisa and Raz. I mean, Donnie. I mean, these are such great people. I mean, and it's like it's a virtual world. Like maybe some of these people, most of them, I'll never meet face to face, but I know that they're a phone call away, and I would do anything for them, and they would do anything for me. It's just like a great way to meet friends and haters. I mean, you're in a virtual world. It's got to be like real life. You got to have both, yin and yang. So, I mean, I love it. I mean, it's gone way beyond just calling criminals.
Oh, that's cool. That's cool. I just gotta say, if you guys ever have any questions about cocktails, it's my area of expertise. So I'm always happy to teach anyone some recipes. I've got my own recipes, and
Do you have
generally
any with
random
spiced
questions.
rum? That's my favorite is spiced rum.
Yes. So apple juice, a pinch of clove oil, and a little touch of Campari as well.
Sounds delicious. Another reason to come visit you.
Yeah. Maybe I'll divert my channel from being a scambait orientated to here's a load of cool cocktail recipes. Here's some pictures as well.
Yeah. That's awesome.
So you're in. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna remind everyone in chat, if you had any questions, please feel free to put them in chat. And as long as we don't forget to ask them, we will ask them.
Yeah, otherwise I'm going to start asking them questions like, do you worship like Ozzy Osbourne, Led Zeppelin? Or are you more of a classic Beatles type of person? Did you grow up on like the Sex Pistols and Johnny Rotten and Sid Vicious? Like, I mean, England is just, it's always been a dream to go there, as well as Australia, so I can kind of hang out with, good people like Maid, and we can fix the kangaroo problem there. But I've always loved England because of the music, and that's where I would go. But people
You might be too young for all that.
No, I'm older than I might sound. I'm mid-30s.
That's about what that guy's picture is that you used, right?
It is, yes.
So yeah, I mean, you know about all those bands I mentioned, whether you listened to them growing up or it's because they're still popular. You know about Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and Def Leppard and
100%, 100%, yeah. So what was I going to say? So yeah, I grew up with those. You mentioned the picture, so I felt like I should share with everybody where the picture comes from. So when I first
keep it clean, Dan.
Yeah, it's all good. So I needed to create a face behind my character, and when I first did scambaiting, I purchased a number for Liverpool. Now my address that I was using was for a fan club mail for a TV program. It's like a soap opera in the UK called Hollyoaks. It's basically trash TV program. It's terrible. But that guy, Tony Hutchinson, is one of the main characters that's on there. So I decided I'll use the Liverpool phone number to call people. I'll use the Liverpool fan mail address, and I'll use a character from there. And then I had a lot of people commenting. I was like, why have you got Tony Hutchinson on there? I was like, it's just this. And it's just stemmed from that. So that's the story of why I've got that particular character.
Well,
in answer to your question about the music, yes, I love Iron Maiden. They're amazing.
Oh, nice. Okay. Run to the hills.
Well, us ladies love that picture, right? It makes you seem real dreamy because, a lot of us are not married, so.
So a lot of it, you guys broke up. So that you're saying that is you.
Yeah, definitely, 100%.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah. Yep. Sure is. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Iron Maiden. Yeah, go on, please.
How did you finally get the phone carriers to shut them down?
Oh, persistence. So generally, it really is. If you call up the phone carriers and just keep on reporting the details. So we had, I say we, it's myself, Chester Draws, and Tony Mosh. We've been calling for, say, one particular number, which was a Vodafone C&W Cable and Wireless Company, which is like a sub-company underneath the company Vodafone. And we've reported so many numbers of them. One of those numbers had been running for 7 months. And I did a couple of YouTube videos on it and constantly just calling that particular number. But I think for about 3 weeks, I was outing Vodafone on Twitter, which is not the best thing to do, as I soon realised, because they've blocked me on there now. But it was just persistence, and eventually they listen. What I could also recommend to do, if you're having an issue trying to close down a number, if you've got loads of fake email addresses, I think I've got about 10 or 15 different email addresses, put in a complaint using generic text, just randomly, don't copy paste it, and report that exact same number, because the more they have to go on a basis of how many complaints that they get about a particular number. So the more complaints they get, then the quicker they're going to shut it down.
Okay, well, that's great advice. I gotta be honest, when I first started, I was constantly passing every text number over to get reported, and I kind of just lost that drive because text now just doesn't seem like they do enough.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah, and a lot of carriers don't do enough either. I noticed like Envoy, I guess, is notorious for posting a lot of these scammers' numbers. And some of the companies too will frustrate you. Like I tried, I got through to AT&T like 10 times one day, and they wouldn't block my phone number. They just kept being idiots, and I was just getting angry. I was like, they're sitting there pretending to be Prime or whatever scam it was, AT&T Prime. And so I called AT&T and I said, you got to put this number down. And they wouldn't even talk to me if I didn't have an account. Right. And I'm like, can I just speak to your freaking fraud department? There's people right now stealing money. Yeah. It was just so frustrating. So a lot of work does go into it. So God bless you that you can do it. I just haven't had any luck.
No, one other thing I'd recommend is, and this only came over time when I started to sort of recommend it to the companies, is if you're ringing a phone provider and you're reporting a number for being, say, Carphone Warehouse, which is a phone company in the UK that gets abused a lot, I always say to people, just give the number a call. Within the first 5 seconds, they will answer the phone as Amazon or Carphone Warehouse or Google or Microsoft or anything like that. And then that's their job sorted straight away. You know, they know that it's going to be a fake number from there. So definitely, I'd recommend to do that. Is recommend to just get the people on the phone providers, just give the number a call.
And like the awesome one is like her comment. I don't know if you could read the chat, probably not. But she can pass out stuff at like sheets and hand them out at senior centers about scam numbers, because a lot of people don't know about these calls, and we take for granted because we're part of the community, and we're like, who the hell would fall for this? The guy sounds like an idiot. He can't even say the word support. Who the hell would give him and not to mention paying your taxes with gift cards? That sounds ridiculous to us. Or a PCH scammer that can barely speak English with a very thick Jamaican accent is going to tell you that you won $25 million and a brand new Mercedes, and we will deliver to your house. But all you need to do is give me a gift card and give me the numbers before we give you your money. But people fall for it every freaking day. Otherwise, billions of dollars would not be going into that little West Bengal area in Delhi and all that. So I think spreading awareness to people, even if you think that they don't know or they do know, it doesn't matter. Just keep spreading it.
Yeah,
I mean,
100%.
I'd rather be redundant all day long and bore somebody, but save them from getting scammed out of their life savings. And there's a ton of people from the older generation that trust everybody, because the life was a lot different 40, 50, 60 years ago. We're different now, where we've kind of grown up just not trusting anybody. Like somebody says hello to you and you're like, what do they want? Are they perverted? But I mean, I feel bad. My 92-year-old step-grandma was on the phone with PCH for like 3 weeks thinking she really won. And, we stopped it before she gave $1 to these idiots. But man, it's out there.
Do you think that in, say, 30, 40 years, that the element of being able to call people on a day-to-day and scam money out of them in the size that it is now is just going to be wiped out because more people, the age bracket would have transferred and more people will be more self-aware about these things?
I would hope so. I would hope that with all of the work that people with channels and that are YouTubers are doing, as well as people that just call them because they have a passion for helping people and are angry to see that this kind of crime can exist. I would hope so. You never know how the world's going to work. I mean, if you would have told me even 5 years ago or even a year ago, probably, I don't even know if I knew this existed 5 years ago, that you could sit in an office and pretend to be a U.S. government official and call people, I would think this cannot be happening. Nobody would do that. So hopefully, I mean, it'll take care of itself, or it'll go the other way and it'll just keep growing. And it depends who's in office over here. The governments are corrupt. How much more money they're bringing in. You never know how things work out. People never seem to surprise me.
Absolutely. I think that
What's up, Hinsdale?
Yeah, good morning, Hinsdale. My personal opinion is I think we're already seeing kind of a shift away from phones and more to other scams like Facebook, social media. Do you feel like you've been seeing a lot of those kind of scams, Dan?
Yeah, social media definitely.
Yeah.
I've got a few friends on my Facebook profile, and I'm forever getting messages being like, "Oh, this person just asked me to buy this or send money for this." Text messages as well in the UK is insane at the moment. It's bonkers. There are millions of text messages every single day from delivery companies and Royal Mail, DPD, and getting you to click links or go to payment gateways and pay a small amount, which is about $3 or $4 for yourselves, but pay a small amount for a delivery that's never going to arrive. So they get both the small amount of money and they also get the customer details from that payment. There's so much going on.
Now, like, here, I'm so frustrated with, I feel like the government could be doing more. There could be more commercials. There could be something. I mean, they do put it on websites, don't pay with gift cards. They have signs in the stores, but it's still very little. I mean, do you feel like England can do more, or do they broadcast this kind of thing on the news or anything like that?
Nothing gets broadcasted at all. We'll see news articles online every now and then. Of people that have fallen victim to these things, but there's no direct correlation from the UK government. No, I think in the UK at the moment, fraud is the second biggest crime in the UK, which means that we should be doing more about it, but they're not. It's almost like they're burying their head in the sand to avoid doing things. But the amount that's going on, banks as well. I think I saw a question in the chat about do I get frustrated if the banks kind of don't seem to want to do anything from it? Yes, 100%. I don't think banks do enough for what they do, but from what I have seen them do, it's a bit of give and take. Sometimes they're amazing, sometimes they're terrible. It's a tough one. It's a tough one, but there is so much going on in the UK and as well as yourselves in the US and Australia and anywhere in the world. There's so much going on. It's really difficult to tackle on a larger scale, and there's just not enough money being invested from the governments in order to tackle it.
Right.
Yeah, it's really sad. How about the media? Do they report a lot on scams in the UK?
Not so much. No, you'll see an article every now and then, but there's nothing online that gets reported every day or anything like that, or there's no big websites that people go to every day and be like, oh, today's scam that's been really hit is bloody blah or anything like that.
Yeah, it's I mean, it's the way the world works. I mean, we'd rather have big stories on what the Queen of England is probably wearing, or where she was spotted, or who the prince is going to marry than, poor 70-year-old lady got scammed out of, $500,000.
Yeah.
And we do that in America too. I mean, those stories always end up in the back parts of papers and stuff.
Yeah, of course.
Well, I do know that they're working on. Sorry, I'm told y'all earlier, I'll tell you again. I'm like sucking on hard candy today because my stomach doesn't feel super good. But I do know that they're working on a documentary in the UK. Because I talked to a reporter several weeks ago, but it's not supposed to come out till like in a whole nother year. So they talked to me, Sven, and Neep. I don't know if we'll be in the documentary, but she was a UK reporter. I'll have to go back and look at I can't remember the outlet she worked for right now. I'll have to tell you later, but they are doing some kind of documentary right now, so.
Oh, amazing. Well, I'm glad that people are doing a few bits towards it. It's about time.
Yep, I was just fortunate enough because they reached out to Neep, who I believe lives in the UK. I don't know if anyone knows him, but he's an awesome scambaiter who is friends with Sven, who lives in India, who happens to be one of my closest friends. And then Sven told them about me just because I'm American and woman, so they have like a UK and India, with someone from India and then me from the America. So that's kind of how we all ended up talking to them.
Cool.
Yeah, awesome. So if someone was gonna like recommend one of your videos to their grandmother or loved one, do you have a particular one that you find is the most educational that you would have everyone recommend?
Yeah. It's Betty White. Let me just double check which one it was. It's the one with the iPhone cover.
Okay.
Let
me see if I can find it and link it.
Betty White gets 2 bank accounts. It's something like that. It's from a couple of months ago, I think. So I get the location in Vadodara.
Yep, I think I did see that one.
Yeah, that's a good one. Let me try to link it here.
Oh wow, 6 months ago. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yep.
Yeah, that's definitely the one I'd recommend. I don't know how many bank accounts I got from these guys in total over the course of about a month and a half, but we got a lot from them.
And if you have a really cool grandma, try fingering Jamal.
Yeah, that was a good one. That's good.
I loved it.
This Sunday is going to be something. It's going to be something really good. Just got to make it first.
And you don't do premieres at all, right?
No, I've tried them a couple of times. I'm not an avid fan of premieres. I'll pretty much release a video every Sunday at 5 p.m. GMT.
Yeah.
Premieres, I'm not really too great on. I like to be there to answer questions and to give advice and say hello to everybody. But I just think that people can enjoy the video for what it is in their own leisurely time.
Gotcha.
Awesome. Well, next week when we stream, which we don't know yet when we will, we'll make sure that we remind everyone to watch it. But it'll be this Sunday, you said at 5 p.m. Eastern? Or 5
GMT.
p.m. your time? Okay.
Yeah,
so
GMT.
Around 12 p.m. Eastern, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, awesome. Well, we definitely want to check that out. And I just linked the video you were talking about, so everyone make sure you add that to your watch later list if you haven't watched it. His link is still pinned at the top, so make sure you sub, pick a video, watch it all the way through, and like and comment, and that'll really help him with the algorithm to get more awareness out for his channel.
That's amazing. Thank you so much, and thank you for having me. It's been a real pleasure.
Yeah, it's been awesome. I really want to work with you more in the future. So I might be hitting you up, and like I said, if I get any UK bank accounts, but it would be awesome to collab sometime.
Yes,
I don't know how you. Sorry to put you on the spot. I shouldn't ask you on the spot, but I really enjoy collabs. I enjoy collabs a lot, just because I've said before, I don't have a voice changer. I don't do any voices. I'm pretty much stuck to one character. So I love collabing with people and getting more characters involved in my baits. It stretches them out and it's fun. So I would love to collab with you sometime. I'll ask you offline since I'm putting you on the spot.
That sounds amazing. I'd love to.
Thank you.
When I was checking your channel out, when I looked at the about section, I think your saying was "Life is short, eat cake."
Yes.
Is that like a saying that I just don't know about, or is that your own?
No, it's just a saying that I've heard one at some random time, and yeah, I just live by that motto: is that you could die tomorrow, so eat the cake today.
Oh, you know where that's going, right? I mean, that'll
Yeah.
be all like there'll be a video out in a few days. Life is short. Eat, take. So yeah, I'll give you props unless you don't want them because it's kind of dirty.
Feel free. It's all good. I appreciate it.
And I'm gonna take that saying as another good sign that you don't mind girls that have a healthy appetite. So I'm gonna put that on your.
God no, God no.
I'm gonna
Wedding
put
cake
that on
flavor.
the plus side. Right now, you got a lot of pluses on the plus side.
Hey, I
I'll
appreciate
hit
it.
you
It's
up
good.
about that later as well.
Amazing.
Just kidding, y'all.
Yo,
Well,
thanks
thank
so
you.
much, man.
Yeah, thanks so much for joining us. It's been a real pleasure talking to you. I'm gonna just play another one of your videos so that we can tell you goodbye offline. And everyone, please sub to Dan. Like I said, pick a video, watch it all the way through, like and comment. Check out this awesome video from him. I think I have the Facebook one queued up, and we will be right back.
I appreciate what you've been doing. You are a genius.
So why don't you go and show it up your ass and go fuck yourself, you stupid son of a bitch.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. A warm welcome to you all. For those of you that have not been here before, my name is Dan, and I am a results-orientated scam baiter. With the amount of scams that are going on in the world, I thought that I would try something a little bit different. I've created a fake profile for Facebook, and I've gone onto Marketplace. Within the first 10 minutes of looking, I was able to find a scammer that is quite clearly a scammer. This person goes by the name of Connor Reynolds. So this guy, Connor Reynolds, it says here, as you'll see, that he's working at Giggling Squid. Giggling Squid is a restaurant in London, and it's a Thai restaurant. I rang up Giggling Squid and asked to speak to Connor Reynolds. They have never heard of him.
Giggling Squid, how can I help?
Yeah, hi. Is it possible to speak to one of your colleagues? The name is Connor Reynolds.
Sorry, what was that?
The name Connor Reynolds. I'm trying to get in touch with him. I believe he works with your company. Is that correct?
Not that I know of. Not at this site, anyway.
There's definitely nobody at your site named Connor Reynolds, no?
No.
Okay, my apologies. Have a wonderful day. Thank you.
You too. Thank you. Bye.
Connor has also got 0 uploads on photos, albums, videos, and he has got no profile picture. These are all big red flags. So I changed my address to be a Manchester-based location using Surfshark VPN. Big up Surfshark. This is not sponsored. I wish you would sponsor me though. So with my location based in Manchester and with Connor supposedly working in a London-based restaurant, I thought that there was something quite fishy. Now the original post unfortunately has been deleted, but it was an Xbox controller, the Elite version, which are usually about £120, and he was offering it for £25 because he's got rid of his Xbox and he just wants it gone. I personally have an Xbox and I would love to have had this. So I thought I'd send him a message. As you'll see on screen, these texts start quite simply. And then he says that he's quite far out of Manchester, but that he used to live there. It's still early, so he won't have trouble at the post office. So I immediately go in with, how am I going to make a payment? So the address that I gave in Manchester is a random address. I made it quite clear that I don't ever use PayPal, but I do have one. He asked me to send it through goods and services or friends and family, and then puts friends and family. The reason why he's done this is that being on friends and family, you're then liable for that transaction. I asked where he's sending from. This is quite a big thing for me. The reason why I did that is that I want to catch him out directly. So he's put his location as being Northwich, which is just near Manchester. So I sent him a Grabify link. His actual location is in Knowsley. I sent him a message sort of saying that I know that he's a scammer and scamming genuine people is not a good path in life, and that I've already reported his PayPal account. This is one of the simplest ways to close down scammers. If you wanted to do this yourself, please never use your real account. That is the worst thing you could ever do. Basically, create yourself a fake email address. Use that email address to set up a Facebook account. Stick a load of pictures on there, nothing associated with yourself. Again, changing your VPN to a different location is something I would highly recommend. And go onto Facebook Marketplace. I have made a video on how to use Grabify. That link will be at the end of this video. Thank you for watching and have a wonderful day.
I appreciate what you've been doing. But you are a genius.
So why don't you go and show it up your ass and go fuck yourself, you stupid son of a bitch.
All right. Well, thank you again, Dan, for being here. And we did pin his channel is pinned at the top. I'm going to leave it for just a few more minutes, and I'm going to flip it back to the Face Down Tragedy. So please go to Dan's channel and sub and pick a video to watch later. And we're just so glad he was on. He was such a pleasure. What a nice guy.
Yeah, he's awesome. I mean, he's a good sport too. I know it's not easy sometimes. Although I did hold back. I did have some deep, dark questions for the individual, but didn't want to scare him away the very first time. And I think you were well behaved. I was very nervous you were going to ask him some perverted questions.
I know. It was tempting.
But nice job.
Because he was such a nice guy. It was very hard not to try to get "Are you single?" answer out of him, but I left him be.
Individual. He's just so down to earth.
Yeah, he was awesome.
You forget that you're talking to a serious scambaiter. I mean, he's definitely so good at what he does, but he's also a fun guy to talk to.
Yep. Thank you, Heriberto. Yeah, please support him. Like I said, not only is he nice, he's a great baiter. So.
Yep, I'm sure everybody here knows who he is and is subbed, and they will if they're not. Did you know in Canada, like a bunch of pigs escaped from a farm, and they're like wrecking havoc right now in Canada?
In Canada?
Like, yeah, we never talk about Canada, but they're close to me actually. And really? I always joke around about upstate New York. You should just give upstate New York to Canada, and everything else is New York City. But yeah, there's a bunch of pigs running around up there, and I guess they're doing a lot of damage. So.
Really? Wow. I heard that was happening in South Carolina, but I didn't hear about in Canada.
Yeah, I mean, I won't bore people. I mean, but it's like you check out the story. I mean, it's all over the news up there.
Good morning, Soul.
What up here?
Well, that sounds terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. Pigs are scary. They're real cute when they're little. But my father is. I won't say too much because he has a has a job that not a lot of people have, but he's in the business of animals. I've been around animals when I was younger. Pigs will charge at you. They will stare you down. They're pretty scary.
I did hear not too long ago though that I think it was the first time ever 2 kidneys came from a pig for somebody.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
wow, that's crazy.
You can look at that story on either side. I mean, pigs are cute, and I try not to eat them, but
oh, you do? I didn't know you tried. They did say. Them.
I mean, I'm not big on sausage and hot dogs and things like that, but I'm not some. I should be more, I guess, sensitive towards eating animals. I feel like if everyone just stopped eating animals would be everywhere. But anyway, they took kidneys from a pig and saved somebody's life.
Wow, that's crazy. I know that they use this, like the heart valves. They'll get them
Yeah, Kat just said that. Yep.
from whatchamacallit, sheep. Is that what Kat said? Oh, she just said heart valves too. I know
Heart
they get
valves.
them from sheep too.
What's
as
up,
well.
Chris? Christopher Thompson. Good morning.
Good morning, Christopher
Nigella.
Thompson. Good morning, Nigella. Thanks for joining us. I'm trying to get logged into my Google Voice here so we can make some calls. I don't know why it's not working. I must be.
The other thing I just read too, which I was excited about, is I'm a big Jim Tara fan. That's the series on Netflix, and it's all about the fishing. It's more of a fishing scam, but it does talk a little bit about how the call center started. And yeah, we know it's not the exact truth, but I was so wrapped up in this series with these criminals, these kids in Jim Tara. And it didn't end the way I wanted it to, so I'm so happy that there's season 2. I would recommend everybody who's into the scambaiting world to go check out Jim Tara.
Jim Tara? I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's the closest we can get right now. I don't know if anyone else has like scam center movies to recommend, but it's the first time where I ever saw it being on the big screen. Them calling somebody up and saying your account's been compromised, give me the card details, and then showing some of the bosses and things like that. It's not exactly what you picture when you're on the phone with somebody, but it's the first time I've seen anything, so I give it 2 thumbs up.
Awesome. I'll definitely want to check that one out.
Yeah, there's subtitles.
Cool. Would love to see that. Okay, shall we try the Canadian pharmacy? And then...
Oh, Canadian pharmacy? Yes. Call them.
Okay.
I'm very upset with them.
Let's see if they answer. They might have blocked me. Good morning, Cynthia. And anyone else I missed. I'm sorry. I have a lot of trouble watching the chat sometimes because I'm just trying to make sure my computer doesn't blow up. But thank you to everyone that just joined us. Dan Glee Balls link is pinned above. I'm about to replace it back with Face Down Tragedy, but so please go and sub to him if you have it. And thank you so much.
Nigella, are you a fan of Jim Tara? What's
have you seen
a native's opinion on that?
Yeah.
And Boiler Room is one of my favorite all-time movies. We used to watch that before we would get ready to go hit the floor to sell some items, just to get us fired up.
Interesting. Okay, let's try them, and we'll give it a go. Hopefully they can hear you. If not, we'll try back.
They hang right up after 10 seconds usually. The most annoying place ever. How dare they not let me prank them?
Uh-oh, they might have blocked me. It just says calling, but it's not like connecting.
Gotcha. The other thing I didn't realize about Jim Tara, why they made that movie, that stream, or that series, I should say, is because I didn't realize there was the police were called there 23 times within a 2-year time for fishing crimes. People fishing for, and it's 6 hours away from the police had to keep driving out there. So finally they made a thing about it. So I was just reading up on it the other day.
Oh, that's interesting. Didn't it start with 484, or do I have the wrong number?
No, that's the one.
Okay, let me try on my text now because my Google Voice is not working out too good.
What's up, Cynthia Turner?
Yep, thank you for joining us. Tell us why I pull up my text now. Did you talk to them yesterday, the Canadian pharmacy?
Oh, all day long. I mean, but it's by the time we get a hold of them, they've already been hit for by Scammer Blaster and Genesis Floods for a lot of the morning. They don't play around with these guys. So by the time we call, they're triggered. It's a lot of, soon as you pick up the phone, thank you for calling Canadian Pharmacists, and then they realize your number and they hang right up. Or as soon as they pick up the phone, they're like, "Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you," which is what you want. They're triggered.
Yeah,
But
we
it
want
wasn't
that.
good for making funny content. I couldn't get any of them to say they love me.
Good morning, Stephanie. Well, I
What's
had
up, Stephanie?
a scammer tell me yesterday that I was really hurting his feelings.
Well, you probably were.
I was being nice to him. I just wouldn't agree to marry him. So
Look, you're wasting his time. I mean, don't you work?
Yeah.
So you don't have a job to do?
Exactly. Okay, let's see if this text now will work.
And which company is this?
The pharmacy.
Gotcha. Oh, you're calling them with a different number.
Oh no, they just hung straight up. Hold on. Let me try it one more time.
At least they're doing this to victims as well.
Yeah.
Awesome face down. Yeah, I binge watched it. I watched, I think, 10 episodes within 2 days. And then I was so, well, you tell me what you think of the ending. I won't spoil it, of course, but it did have an ending that I was like, it left me wanting more.
That's awesome. Okay, my text, I've been blocked from both. I should have put another number on here.
We'll have to get Lisa on the show because they're in love with her. So
Oh yeah, and I
they'll
just
never
love
block her
Lisa.
number. They'll
I
never
love
block
Lisa.
her number. Everybody's in love with Lisa, but I mean, we're
Yeah.
talking about the Canadian pharmacy at the moment. So,
Yesterday,
we'll have to use her phone number. Sure, she's
yesterday,
got like a fat phone.
yeah.
To call get straight through.
Great to have you, Stephanie. Thank you. For being here. Yesterday, every time they answer me, I just said, "May I please speak to Take?" I don't
Oh,
think.
so it's your fault they hate me.
So
It has
I thought
nothing to
maybe
do
you
with
got
me
a
calling
job there.
them.
I didn't know. I couldn't get you on your
Nope.
phone.
It has nothing to do with me calling them 100 times, calling them a psychotic, disgusting, scamming pervert. It's your
Yeah, it's
fault.
my fault.
Our
And I said it
correspondent,
as
Chester
politely
Drawers,
as I
is back.
could. Yeah. Morning, Chester. Or welcome back, I mean. So let's try, I have actually several Amazon numbers from yesterday. Of course, there's a chance they won't work today. But let's try one of those and see if you can get through to one of them. Let me just check the number.
The Amazon people hate me from those numbers if it's the same people.
Well, let's give it a try. I think it was that one we were trying yesterday, right? And so yesterday, Take and I both talked to this number. When I called them, I heard them talking, and I guess they thought I was muted and I wasn't. They were talking in Hindi, and they kept saying 69,000, 69,000. I'm hoping that's rupees and not $69,000, but it definitely sounded like they were in the middle of some kind of scam for 69,000. So we tried to flood this number, so it might not work today, but we'll try it again. But they're real jerks. And I think you talked to them yesterday too, didn't you?
Yes.
So let's see if the number's still up.
Check your text.
I don't believe it is. Let me try one more time. I can't tell if I'm having trouble with my Google Voice or they're not answering.
And check your text messages too.
Okay.
And I think Chester just got you one too on Discord.
Okay. Let me try a number that I know works on my Google Voice because I'm having trouble using it and I don't know why.
And that screenshot I sent you has an 800 number. So.
Okay. So can you hear that?
No.
Okay, you can't hear it. Do y'all on the stream hear the music?
They can hear it.
Oh, you can?
I mean, I can't hear anything on the phone, but they can hear the music because I just turned the stream up.
You talking to Ben. How can I
And
help
it's
you?
that typical hold music.
Hi Ben. Can you hear Ben take?
No.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Hi Ben, how are you today?
I'm doing great. Tell me, how can I help you?
I'm trying to live stream and I can't figure out why the other person on the phone can't hear you. That's why I'm testing it out because we're going to be calling scammers today. Did you hear any of that take?
No, I did not.
Oh, darn.
I had the stream up.
Oh. See, that's why I really need to like figure this out because we'll do good one day and then I come back the next day and like stuff isn't working and I can't ever.
Was his name Ben Smith? What name did he use?
He said Ben.
I mean, I called Ben all day long yesterday. Mr. Chode, he knows me.
But I wonder why you can't hear it. Let me look.
Morning,
at my Discord
Liz.
settings.
He was yelling at me.
Oh,
He said his
let
name
me
was
try
Ben
that
Smith.
noise compression, right? No, that's off. Good morning, Liz. Thanks for joining us. Of course, I'm messing up the technical issue. Sorry. Trying here.
And Steve has gift card numbers for you. I don't know if you will do bait with him in case you do that.
Okay. All right. And you can still hear me, right?
I can hear you.
Let's try one more time. So can you hear that music now?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I might have fixed it, y'all. I'm so sorry. I know every day you have to bear with me. I greatly apologize.
Thank you so much for reaching out, Michael. How may I help you?
Michael, listen to me. I was calling before for help, and you wanted to hang up on me. There's a gang of pigs after me. These are perverted pigs, mind you. What can you do about this, sir?
Okay, let me go ahead and help you out, sir, okay? Just give me a second.
Please help me. I'm a nervous wreck over here. You try having 50,000 pigs nipping at your doodle dasher. Perverted pigs.
He hung up.
Don't you say goodbye?
Okay, good. We got everyone hearing everyone. So yeah, I think the pharmacy has blocked me from the 2 numbers I have on my computer. I need to get some more. So let's try this 800 number, but please remember this is a legitimate business, Mr. Take, so don't get me in trouble, okay?
Is this a screenshot I sent you?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. What have I not behaved?
Mm-hmm. When have you behaved? I can think of that more often than when have you not behaved.
Thank you for calling Ferrara, the home for Laffy Taffy, Lemonheads, Now and Later, Red Hots, and so many more. For where to buy our candies, press 1. For allergen information, press 2. Or hold to chat with our next available representative. Your call may be monitored or recorded.
For where to buy our candies, press 1.
Chat
For
at your
allergen
own
information,
risk.
press 2. Or hold to chat with our next available representative. Your call may be monitored or recorded. Please hold for the next available representative. Your call may be monitored or recorded.
Wow, this is like what a real business sounds like when you call them, right?
Yeah, I was thinking it would bore people. Well, maybe it's good to show people because we're so used to the Chopin piano.
Yeah.
We appreciate the opportunity to serve you.
How busy can they be?
I know, right?
Line, and the next available representative will be happy to assist you. Thank you for holding.
I need to turn it down. It's loud, don't you think? There we go. I turned it down, I think. It was real loud.
Yeah, I'll give it another minute.
So, for those that are just tuning in, I'm trusting Take to not get me in trouble as we check on an important
You're calling
problem that we have.
Hello?
It's just me.
This is Wonka, right?
Well, not yet, but yes, it is Wonka.
Yeah, but we're calling Willy Wonka, like the candy place.
Yes, because we were checking on an important problem.
Yeah, what would I ever say to them that's going to get me in trouble?
Hello?
Thank you for calling Ferrara. My name's Joe. Who do I have the pleasure of speaking with today?
Joe, my name's Take. Is this the Wonka company?
We did buy Wonka, yes.
Your message had like Laffy Taffy and I think Red Hots. But do you deal with the runts? Like, do you still sell runts?
Yes, we do sell runts still, yes.
So my problem is, sir, like I'm a huge runt fan, right? But I went to the market and I bought a bunch of boxes of runts, which I need to thank you guys. I mean, to have a box of runts is just pure pleasure. The problem is I brought them into my home. I opened up the boxes. I got 3 bananas in each box of runts. Why should I have to suffer through limes and lemons and apples? Everybody wants the bananas, but you guys are stingy on the bananas. The ratio is all askew. So, is there a way that I could just get bananas? I'm sorry. Go ahead, please.
I'm very sorry that you had to deal with that. Me personally, I love the banana as well, so I would be equally as frustrated as you are. Do you still have the box in front of you by any chance?
I don't. I mean, to be honest with you, as much as I'm a complaining Carrie, I did eat all of the rest of the runts, even though I don't really love them. But I kind of tried to make it where I would put 20 of the not so good fruit in my mouth with 1 banana. And I did that a couple times, you know what I mean? So I always had a banana in there. So I don't have the box right now. The trash just got thrown out. I try to stay clean. I know this sounds ridiculous, and I'm complaining about a problem that might be trivial when we have like 50,000 perverted pigs running through Canada. We have 50 million kangaroos in Australia. There's billions of our U.S. dollars going into India because they tolerate them scamming us out of money. I don't know. I just felt like calling you today to complain about this. I'm so sorry to bother you.
No, you are completely fine. And honestly, I'm frustrated with all of those things as well. So what I'm going to do for you today is I'm actually going to send you out a coupon so you could get a free box of runts. How about that?
But is the coupon good for just banana runts, or is it just going to get me a whole nother box?
A whole nother box, but hopefully, because I'm also going to notate into this account that it was not equally ratioed, I'll say. And our quality assurance team will look at that and they'll try to resolve that issue, okay?
You know, so that would be amazing. So if I went and got a box of runts and I saw that there were, say, 40 bananas out of 120 pieces of candy, I can say that was me. Take did that along with a very nice gentleman at your customer service is impeccable. I mean, you showed empathy. You agreed with me, even though I'm an annoying son of a bitch. I mean, you deserve a raise.
I appreciate it, sir. I truly do. Would you mind if I gather some of your information so that coupon can go to the right place?
I can't really give you that right now. Can I call you back?
Yeah, absolutely. You could call back. Just pretty much say everything that you said to me, except add the coupon request, and they'll be able to help you out fully.
Okay, thanks so much, man. And hey, get a raise. I don't know, is Willy Wonka still living? I know Gene Wilder died. I always thought it would be funny to dress up like Gene Wilder and kind of just hang out in front of the Civic Center when they had their Little People's Convention, because you know the Oompa Loompas.
Oh, yes.
But I thought that would be a little insulting, so I never really dressed up like Willy Wonka. But you definitely deserve a raise. You should, I mean, be in charge. People need to be like you. I'm not kidding. I was in
thoroughly
sales my whole life,
appreciate you
and
saying
I
that,
would
sir. I
die to
really
have
do.
people like you on my sales team.
Well, I love to hear that, sir. Like I said, if you have any other questions or concerns or anything that you have to say about any of our products, please feel free to call in, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
Oh, no problem. Then before you go, would you mind if I transfer you over for a brief one-question survey just to assess how we helped you out?
Is it one question?
Yes, it is.
Okay, because the only reason I couldn't give you information is I'm in a rush. I have a root canal about to start, and I wanted to handle the important problems before they go rip apart my mouth. So as long as one question
absolutely.
doesn't turn out to be 50, I'll be fine. I mean, hopefully, what is it, like 1 through 5? How well do you like the person type of thing?
Yeah.
You deserve a 6. Absolutely.
I appreciate it. Okay. Well,
Yeah.
since you're in a rush, I'll transfer you over now, okay?
Thanks so much. Hey, check out the kangaroo problem going in Australia, though. We need people like you on our side.
All right. Absolutely, I will.
Thanks, man. Okay.
All right. Transferring you over now. Have a fantastic rest
I
of your
can't wait.
day.
Thanks so much, man.
Thank you.
Thank you for taking the time to provide us feedback. On a scale of 1 to 5, with 1 being not at all satisfied and 5 being extremely satisfied, thank you for your participation.
So for those who are just joining us, that's what a real company sounds like. Am I right?
I mean, yeah, I tried to behave.
Yes, thank you. He didn't tell you to F your mom. Can you believe that? That's probably the first company you've talked to that has it.
I could have stayed on with that young man forever. I really need fake information and stuff like that. I just wasn't prepared and didn't want to like give my personal info over the line. But yeah, he was definitely legit, and he was willing to solve my problem. So he's noting that I cannot be the only idiot that's concerned with the runt ratio. So
No,
kudos to him.
Yeah, and he was very sympathetic. I thought he was about to start crying.
And as much as I wanted to use your jokes about bananas and be perverted, I did not. I was very well behaved, I thought.
Yes, you were. I super appreciate that.
He hung in there with me on the pig nonsense. He was saying he's going to look up the kangaroo problem. I mean, the guy was a pure gentleman, like very empathetic, like just perfect customer service. Agreed with me that they don't put enough runts in there. I don't even think he knew what runts were.
So I guess I need to put a picture of runts on because everyone's asking what they are. I'm trying not to be offended by that question, but
what question?
Everyone in chat says, "What's a runt?"
Oh, I mean, he didn't know. The guy works there, and he had to. Like, you kind of heard him stutter about if he still sold them or not. So
let me put a picture up of it. So this is a runt.
Thanks, face down.
This is part of the reason why Take and I are such good friends. We bonded over our love of runts, did we not?
Absolutely, but I might have to be better friends with Mary because she just discovered where to buy just the bananas for a pound for $8.97.
Oh, man. And here are our runts. As you can see, the yellow ones are the bananas. I like all the flavors, but for some reason, when you always eat them with a banana, it's just extra good. So that's what a runt is, everybody.
What's up, Behind Bars?
Hi, Behind. Great to see you.
You see?
B is a
I got
great.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There's 15 bananas in there. I mean, I don't know how much fruit that is right there. But I guess it's equal. Because I didn't count the apples and I won't bore people. But, I mean, maybe it's just because I'm obsessed with the bananas.
Yeah,
so,
the bananas. I don't like the bananas by themselves, but, like, if you don't have the rest, if you don't have the bananas, like, they definitely enhance the flavor of the rest of them is the way I see it. But.
You know what's funny, though? If somebody just tuned in and is just watching it and they're like, what the fuck are they talking about? Did I just turn into tune into like a run stream? So I feel bad. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, if you're just tuning in to WSCAM, CJ Scams in the morning, we do not discuss runts ever. This is a scam baiting channel. Why are they talking about runts? Now back to you, CJ.
We're talking about runts because, one, we both had it in our videos, right? People for some reason, don't know what they are. Runts have, like, greatly caused me and you to have a better friendship because we love runts. And, yeah.
We bonded over potassium.
Yes, we did. And for those that missed it, we just called Willy Wonka himself. And
I'm on the way to the dentist.
Yeah.
You could break a tooth on those, Cynthia said.
And we showed you exactly what a real company should sound like. So keep that in mind when you get phone calls that's what they should sound like.
And if you're just tuning in and you're going to go buy runts and try the bananas because of this show, please let them know you heard it here first on WSCAM radio.
Yes, and
the runts. I think runts needs to pay you, CJ. You're giving them like free promotion.
I would love that.
Yep.
Well,
anyway,
let's do another scam call before we end because I want to end on a scammer.
Go ahead, you do it. I'm gonna drink some soda.
I can't do it. I'm
of
not
course,
funny.
That came from Bambi.
I can't do it. I need you because I won't be able to say anything funny on the spot.
For what? Who is it?
I don't know. Steve gave it to me. Let's see what it is. Whoa, it's loud.
Hello, and thank you for calling. Please listen carefully as the number you have dialed may have changed. Calls are recorded.
I must have written it down wrong. Sorry.
No, those numbers always switch to those gift card things, I noticed.
Yeah.
I bet you got it right. Which is how you know those gift card numbers are scams.
Well, let's call one of these PCH numbers from yesterday, see if they work. I'll tell her.
Oh my God, PCH. Yeah. The 516 number should work, and then the other one, I got his voicemail. That you heard that guy's annoying voice.
Mm-hmm.
The other two didn't. They were full because they got flooded probably with nonsense.
Okay, let's try this PCH.
I hate this guy.
Call rejected.
Oh, my call was rejected. Let me try it on my text.
Next up is a restraining order.
Yeah. Now
we have a love connection brewing.
Yep, I got one from yesterday. Well, let's try this one from yesterday because he's already been calling me, but I'll let you talk because I might call him back later. It's like Amazon or Norton or something, but I'll call him from a different.
2 seconds anyway.
Yeah, I'll call him from a different number. That way, because I might try to continue more with my bait later with him. Because he thinks I'm getting him Target gift cards for $2,500. Okay, here we go. Okay. I don't know why that number's not going through. He just called me. Maybe he turned off his phone.
Yep. But I'm going to have to take off like right at 10 anyway. I mean, you can continue doing it, of course. I just won't be able to be here with you just because I have to deal with... Oh, here we go.
Oh, I'm listening to you. I was just trying to number. Yeah, I'm trying to get in one good call before we end, but we might not get to. Y'all know what it's like to stream. The numbers just don't always work. All right. Well, sorry, y'all. I tried to get in a good one, but we got a couple good ones in earlier. You got to talk to that one from Amazon. So sorry we didn't quite end on a call.
Yeah, sorry
but,
I had to put up with just the runt problem and the bananas. I know that's my kind of new issue. We have a lot of issues brewing. We have a lot of kangaroos in Australia. We have 50,000 pigs roaming Canada. Pluto is no longer a planet, and now we don't have enough runts, banana runts. So,
but
our issues
unfortunately,
are brewing.
Yep. Unfortunately, we will have to end it here because Take has an appointment. Hold on one second. Let me put up Face Down Tragedy again. Please sub to Face Down Tragedy. I will be on there on Sunday to talk about scambaiting. And they're a scambaiting channel. They do sometimes do other videos, but they are a scambaiting channel. So please go and sub to them, support them.
Skid Row. And
Yeah.
also, it's getting to be close to 11, 12 o'clock, so you have great streams coming up.
Yes.
I think Ishmael has one, and Fun Guy usually streams. And I know Fun Guy is doing, I think, his part 7 of that long-ass bait, that great collection of calls that he did. So there's a lot going on right now anyway.
Yes.
But I do, I feel bad leaving when, now we have 45 people. But I just can't make any more calls right now because I need to take care of this thing with the situation I have with MS. Not that I ever want to make it about health, but it's like if I don't do it now, I need to do it now.
We totally understand. Thank you again, Dan, for being here. And like I said, on Saturday, Take and I will be doing a stream. I'll be showing a picture of Take and a picture of me just to be fair, because he said it wouldn't be fair if I only showed his picture, not me. And we'll also be talking about our upcoming schedule. We're not doing it now because we just haven't had time to discuss it.
If you're going to show a picture of me naked, then fair is fair.
Okay, well, we'll show a picture of Take with clothes on then.
Or at least put the book going the long way when you cover up down there, so I can still get dates. So,
yeah.
We got War and Peace is covering up down there.
Yeah. So please put on your notification. We will be live on Saturday. We'll tell you the schedule.
Thanks so much,
show
Pecan.
pictures.
Thanks for being here.
We'll sing Christmas carols. It'll be a good time. So, and we
we
don't
know what time. Saturday,
Yeah.
Lisa.
No, Saturday.
Morning scambait.
Mm-hmm.
See.
Morning
Nonsense
scambait
just showed up.
nonsense. Sorry, we're on our way out because Take has an appointment. We will not be streaming in the morning, but we will be streaming on Saturday. We don't know what time, so please put on your notification. And we will have fun. So thank you all so much for joining us, and we will see you all on Saturday. Don't you
See
say
you guys.
goodbye,
Thanks so
Take?
much. Saturday with the stream, you got to keep checking. I don't know. Tea time for our friends in the United States. It'll be around tea time.
I have no clue what time that is. Okay.
Anytime.
Bye, y'all. Have a great day.
Later.